Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Whoa, fake excitement. Hit my yeets. Hit the like button, get subscribing. Tell everybody this exists all over the interwebs. Dr. HUGEshow. I think Danny's coming on today. No word from the sleaze. No word from anybody else, right?
God, nobody wants to play with me.
Never, ever. Not no more. That's all right. We got hours and hours of complaining to do. I've been watching and banging out reality shows lately. You know, because I don't watch wrestling that much. How can you? We're going to go over wrestling as well. We're all caught up in the news. I watched this past week's Raw. And, let's start with that. That last week's Raw.
It's the shits.
Zero soul. Zero anything in this wrestling these days. It just doesn't feel like I need to watch it. It's boring. I mean, I've been naming shows after it, just saying it's boring and that it doesn't have a soul. and they just want your money, and they want you to buy the merch and just shut up and like it, right? Triple H been coming out saying that lately. How about that story with Dave Meltzer? If you haven't heard lately, we can all trust Dave Meltzer, but this one actually makes sense in reality. Dave's talking about the financial groups, the JP Morgans, the investors, and all this stuff. They're talking about how the market and Wall Street is looking at TKO and WWE and their storylines a little more closely because they're noticing how the fans they consider that a big deal. Having a good story and not just going, oh, I'm gonna like it because it's pro wrestling, right? Let's just like it, guys. No, the modern fan is going to critique everything, especially when you're going to war with AEWs and this and that, and you're everybody's trying to put up certain night. Like there's another story about AEW. Are they going to take over the US during WrestleMania? Because next year's WrestleMania is in Saudi. It's all these little business tactics and things. There's even rumors Vince McMahon possibly could be AEW bound, all elite, possibly. I doubt it, but But anyway, it's just overall, gives a shit about this wrestling. If you do, that's kind of crazy at the moment because they just want to extract funds from you and not really give you the best product. And I'm not talking about the talent. And this whole episode is called Where Are the Stars? Because there are no stars anymore. Not in wrestling. You got Roman Reigns out here. He was I won't take that he was a superstar when he had the first bloodline feuds and all that going on.
Acknowledge me.
I acknowledge that. That was a real thing that happened. He was a superstar then. But at the moment, there are none. Cena was the last one. What did he call himself? The last real American hero? One of those things. So Cena, I was always truthful. Do I get any Cenas in here with me today?
A lot of people violate rule number 40 of John Cena's house rules in the living room by forgetting to use drink coasters.
Never over here. Drink coasters for life. Yep. Charlotte Flair is on there. She looks like a Trump wife now. One of the Trump family wives. She's got the same face now. They all have that face. So, I don't know. Eventually, these right-wing ladies, right, they end up getting into their 40s, and they're like, I got to get the Trump face. What's up, Danny?
Hello, good evening.
Danny Damage in the building.
No, the other way.
Yeah.
How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Chilling. Oh, I got so much to talk about in the world of reality TV. I think you'll find that I've never seen this level of horrible human beings on television and out there for the world. And just wait for that segment, folks. Hit the like button. Yep. But my goodness, this wrestling stuff is brutal. I get that they're trying and they got all the money and they're doing everything right according to like business and stuff. But man, I mean, beyond soulless. I got a Raw again this past week and I'm going over some of these notes. It was nothing. It was you know what it was? A lot of ads. And I know we've gone over this a million times, but it was even more than I remembered. For example, they cut to an ad, right? 3-4 minute ad on Netflix, might I add, which usually if you're watching like these stupid reality shows and stuff, it's like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds max. But when you're watching WWE, it's like 4 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 4 minutes here, and over and over. But anyway, they hit you with a 4-minuter, right? Then they come back. Michael Cole's then selling something from the announce desk. People don't consider that an ad. That's another ad. So he's talking there. Then they cut to say Paul Heyman did this cinematic promo. He didn't say shit in this promo. It just looked nice. It looked like Scorsese, the close-ups and the angles and the pull-away shots and all this stuff. And he's just talking about Brock Lesnar or Bafemi, basically, and how Brock Lesnar is going to beat him. And it was nothing. And then they went right back to an ad placement for another 2 minutes. It was crazy. Every time I got into it for a second, they pulled me right back out of it with an ad.
And they've been doing that sort of thing for a long time, but just the little bit of something, that 20 seconds that you mentioned, used to be like a 3.5 minute segment. And then it's like, let's see if we can get away with just coming back and just doing 2 minutes of the end of a match. And then it's like, we got away with that. Let's see if we can come back just to a minute of someone talking about, and then it's just we'll just come back and go, hi, yep, you're watching wrestling. I'm Paul Heyman. See you in a minute. And then it goes to the adverts, and it's like, what the fuck was that? He just went through the motions, and they just, if they can get away with it, they will do. And that includes little timing on segments like that, or how many adverts back to back they'll do before then throwing it to something else. And they'll do an advert and then even have Wade Barrett in the background drinking fucking Monster or something, just to get that in there as well. And they'll just, like I say, they'll get away with whatever people let them, and people just keep coming back and watching. So
it's the shits.
I can't believe it. I saw online the clips 3 weeks in a row of what looked like a really good Raw, decent builds to the SummerSlam coming up. And then I'm watching this past week and I'm like, this is terrible. It was really bad. And the main thing that made it bad was the ads. Again, I couldn't focus on it for more than a minute, really, because once they would get me away from the phone, because you got to always factor the phone in too. But come on, the WWE, what the fuck? This is bad, bro. I mean, even Wall Street's getting involved with the creative. That was the last story I just talked about, in a way where they're actually focused on it. The market's now looking at creative too, because they see that the fandom is dwindling, because we all recognize this ain't our daddy's pro wrestling no more. This is full-blown corporate nonsense.
And we don't just have the wrestling to compare that to as well. People can also say, it's not my daddy's video game industry anymore. It's not comics. It's not films. So it's not just people with wrestling and being like, is it me that's wrong here? Is it just me that doesn't get this change? But then when everyone's doing it, and plenty of fans of each of those things I mentioned, then they're all kicking off, because it's just well, this isn't the shit that I used to like.
Nothing really is. Bro, I can't even play video games right now. I'm a game guy. I do gaming and the comics and the wrestling. I'm into all this stuff, right? I don't like wrestling. I don't like the video games. I don't like the comics. What the fuck is going on? Everything I like, even pro sports, way into pro sports. Pro sports is fucking in the shit. It's more fake than pro wrestling. And it's crazy to me, because I know a lot of people way in the pro sports. I watch the national stuff and the indie stuff, as far as people following it and things. They really believe, and it makes me sick. I'm not trying to sound like some crazy conspiracy guy or whatever. It is what it is. But holy shit, you guys don't recognize that this is WWE? LeBron James, for example, Danny, just ended up he's on the Philadelphia 76ers now, right? Because their team is set up to win now, and he ring chases, and he's 1 million years old, takes steroids, and is never going to go away or retire. The kids all eat it up, and by kids, anybody under the age of 30 now, they eat this shit up like he's Hulk Hogan. It's this is fake. This shit's fake. He's not the best. And because I've watched it before, and I've noticed the transition in the fairy tale land with Logan Paul and all these people. Tom Brady, you seen him recently? He went to this stupid Fanatics Fest that they have every year, and tries to slap Logan Paul. It's obviously a work. And then the normies, I see them all in the comments and things, the pro sports fans, who are the biggest marks in the fucking universe, are oh, this is so staged. This is rigged. No shit. No shit, but you don't understand that your pro sports are all rigged and fake. I mean, they prove it to you like every week. They're like, this, hey, we just caught this player and we caught this and we caught this guy and it's like, it's fake. Come on.
And a lot of wrestling fans don't want Brady and Paul slapping each other. So it's like, yeah, it'd be less fucking fake looking if those guys weren't in it. Because it just, all right, that's Logan Paul. I've said before, you can dislike him. He is a prick, but he's great in the ring. He knows how to do his stuff. So I'm not actually slagging off his working ability. But you know what I mean? If you're getting too many people from outside of wrestling doing too many like weird spots and that to try and get a bit of attention, you are going to get more people being like, well, look, this is fake. You've got now even got non-wrestlers doing this stuff. So yeah.
That's true, Tabby.
Fake
Wow.
and gay. Exactly.
You know what? You know what's up. LeBron James, one of the biggest douchebags of all time. Diddy Party James, LeBalco Blames. How many other names can I've seen them all. LeBum, everybody loves to call him LeBum. The old heads, right? Us unks and things. But it's infuriating when you got like people in their 20s or whatever, and they hook, line, and sinker have just bought the. And I'm not even saying LeBron James is a bad player. He's been a bad player for like 10 years. But early in his career, when he first came in, he was so athletic. He was just huge and fast. And if you got a little coordination when you're huge and fast, then you got LeBron James. But if anybody that knows ball, I always break it down like this to them. And they'll always understand what I'm saying if they actually... they know the players of the past and everything like that. LeBron James is Sean Kemp, but a very glorified version. It's as if the NBA would hand over the league to Sean Kemp at that time and did everything in their power to make them a winner and look like the best. Because Sean Kemp, another freak athlete that came out of high school right into the pros, but nobody thinks about it like that. They think it's just... LeBron's the greatest, and it's such horseshit. I'm sorry, folks. He not even in my top 10 all time. He can't be. The motherfucker. He's been on like 5 teams now. Cleveland twice. Why? Because when he left, they secured all these big picks. Got Kyrie Irving. Got some of the better players in the league. Then he goes back when they got good again. Like, I got no respect for any of these fucking people these days because they're chasing the clout, they're chasing the rings and all this, and it's just sickening to me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't add to the basketball side, but it's why I stopped watching football, soccer to you when I was a kid in that lot. 'Cause even when I was younger, I sort of like it lost all of that. Because, I mean, I didn't know any better when I was like, 7. So I liked Man United because they were like the big fancy team that had like all the merchandise. And me being 7 years old was like, cool, I can buy all these shirts and figures and stuff. And then it's like, all right, they've got like a Russian guy on the wing. They've got, Danish in goal, French guy up front. And it's just like, none of these guys are from England, let alone Manchester. Not none, but, so many of them weren't from England, let alone Manchester. And it's like, any lad that I knew that wanted to play football professionally, they would like go to their local team and they would play for whatever city or town they were from. Whereas they wouldn't just like chase all the glory, like you said, because that's what a lot of them do now. And across England, we had a Swedish bloke managing our like football team, our English football team. You know what I mean? It's one thing if it's like, oh, we've got like no English people in our local things, but for the national team, when you're getting like a Swedish bloke, because it's like, oh yeah, well just whoever will fucking fill the place. It's bad, and it's just even worse now. And people criticize like not just the English team for like where are the English lads, but like a lot of European teams this year as well was just like where are your locals? Come on. Yep. And it's getting like, a bit daft.
Jason Whitlock. Everybody hates Whitlock over here. I've spoken about him before. He is one of the funniest shows though, just because of the whole framework of the show where I think he's on like a Republican, like conservative podcasting network. And he used to be in the big times, ESPN and Fox Sports and all this stuff. And they basically were like, get out of here with all that you're always talking about Jesus and stuff. We can't have that, right? So, he brought up what were we just talking about? Holy shit, so stupid lately, huh?
LeBron.
Oh, soccer. So,
LeBron. Oh, sorry.
the American team, I guess their best player there that got the card in the World Cup, and everybody was all up in arms about it, and Trump's like talking to the officials and stuff like, take that card away, you didn't deserve it or whatever. He's not even American. Apparently, he's an African that I guess was born here for like a sandwich or something. He like had lunch here or something, and as a baby, and then he moved to England, I think, or France, or one European country, and they're like, no, he's the American's best player. Like, bullshit. Come on, man. Like, and I get it. America can kind of pull these games because they're like, well, it's a melting pot and all this. You got all kinds of different people. But no, he was like legitimately like a foreigner. And they're like, there you go. That's the best player on the USA team, and everybody's crazy because he, got knocked out of a game or whatever. Like, yeah, again, it's just, this is all foolishness, everybody. What's up?
Oh,
go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Well, good afternoon to you. But yeah, that's what I was trying to politely YouTube-friendly sort of like say with like the where are you local lads, and it's like, oh, so it was like England versus Spain, and it's like, well, not really. It's like England's servants or England's foreigners versus Spain's servants or foreigners. You know what I mean? It's just is. And a lot of people, I know a couple of people that didn't really want England to do too well because it's like they wanted to prove the point of back in 1966 when we won the World Cup, which a lot of England football fans or just English will never fucking shut up about. It was all white guys. So the argument that a lot of progressives over here were trying to make was like, oh, look, you can't even do well at the soccer without, having to get all these guys from like different parts of Africa or whatever. And it's like, well, look at 66. We were all white. So where's that argument? And it's like, it's fucking silly. But yeah, I didn't even realize that was the situation with that chap from America. But yeah, that's like 3/4 of like all the European teams over here now.
It's funny. Whitlock talks about it because he's like, fuck it, everybody hates me anyway. So he kind of like goes into that role. So that's why I like that show. Even though, I mean, a lot of the he can be very preachy at times, and it's just like, Negro, please, like, come on, man. Like, because we all know, and he'll tell all his faults and everything too. He's Mr. Sweatpants at the strip club guy and all this. But I think it's his whole take on I like that people hate him so much. I think that's hilarious to me. It's just like, because let the guy have his own opinions, and that's it. It's his opinion. Like, why you gotta get so mad about it? I seen him on ESPN one time with another light-skinned brother over here. I forget his name off the top of my head. People in America would know if they watch sports media for the past 20 years. He's kind of got like reddish hair, small guy. He's very into Christianity and all this stuff too, but he was very, pro like race hustling and like all the stuff that they do in mainstream media, whatever. And those two got into it, but it was really him getting into it with Whitlock, because Whitlock's always just like, what? I'm just telling you what I think. and this other guy was like going crazy. I thought they would like he was gonna like punch him or something, like live on air. It was fucking nuts. And it was over just talking about, typical the race stuff and all this, because that's what the sports media boiled down to throughout the whole 20 teens. That's all they were like getting. It was like debate shows and then talking about all the race stuff, because that's what got the eyes. It's like the drama stuff online or whatever, which I like too. But when you're talking about the race stuff, it's, to me, listen, bro, I am so above all this. You know what I mean? Because I got everybody in my family. It's so meaningless, but it's just it makes you crazy, like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, or Ryan Clark, big time football player over here, huge race hustler for many years, just got canned from ESPN this past week, and it's amazing. I love these. I love when bad things happen to people that deserve it. And I'm not saying I hate the guy, and he can have his own opinions and stuff too. I wouldn't be like celebrating if he passed away or anything. But this is a big time media job that you should not have, because he does everybody. He's another one of those. They act like he's a fucking genius because he can speak on a mic and stuff. He ain't smart. All this, again, the race hustling. I'm so glad that we're starting to like kind of get out of that era a little bit. I know it's always going to kind of be around in the interwebs and stuff, but I think the mainstream media is trying, at least over here, trying to pull away from it because it's fucking nonsense. It is absolute nonsense.
Yeah, I think it'll take a little while to get back to where it was, say, before this shift, you know, like late 90s, early noughties, or 2010s or whatever, before it started to go this, because it's going to swing back a bit too hard, because all of it's just been like really loud for so long. People have just got really pissed off, and it's going to take a while to sort of like balance back out, I think.
No, everything's going to be lies and people co-opting everybody's ideals and stuff to use for their own little agendas and things like that. But I'm on to it. I'm just letting everybody know I'm on to it. That's why I have a show. And I don't know why everybody else has shows, Danny. I've seen some of these shows out here in the world, and I get, oh, you don't got numbers and things like that. We will get numbers because, see, you know, been thinking. I've been writing, too, a lot lately. Remember I told you I've been building a comic book universe? Well, I have 15 good guys and 15 bad guys. And I got their bios and because I have no idea what I'm doing. But my guess is the core of it is to have characters, and then I will start to and then I'll build a world kind of around it when I can think of it in between it, and then I'm going to then I'll build a story or a plot, and I'll start like plugging them in, you know, like having like a coach with a team, and you go, all right, you go in that role, you're in that role, this and that. So I'm pretty much at the end phase of creating the universe. Now I have to make sense of it.
Oh, you'll be doing that for a while. But yeah, you'll have different characters, and you'll have like little ideas for them, and then you'll just like write a scene. You won't want to like write individual scenes to
I've
start
already
with,
done
for
that
example.
too, yeah.
You'll just want to like get like an outline, but then just you'll listen to a song, or you'll write a song or whatever, and be like, oh my god, that works really well. And then you'll get this, and it's like you have anything else around it for a while, but you know you've got that one thing that once you find where to put it, and it might not seem as sort of like big and important at first, but then once you get the bits around it, and like you say, just fill in all the blanks, it'll just start coming to shape.
It'll be interesting because, you know, maybe it might completely suck, but again, I'm trying to just build the thing, and then I can chop it into issues or what have you from there on out. And then I guess what I'm going to be doing next is using AI to try to get a picture of what I think everything should be looking like, and then eventually find an artist or something that will do it and make it, you know, not AI.
Oh, it's really, really good for that, because I can't draw for shit either. So anything that I sort of like do, I'll use that for now, and do like storyboard with it. And yeah, it's not going to be a finished product, but at least if you've got like a prototype you can take to someone that can make it look nice. And well, to be fair, some AI isn't as bad. Marvel and DC have been fucking using it on some of their covers. Yep. I even heard some kids look back. Some kids walked past some comics the other day when I was in the shop, and they were like, "That's AI." They must have been like 10 or something, and they spotted it. And I was just like, "Good, I like it."
It's pathetic. It really is. Like, again, if you're using it like how I'm talking about it, I just want to use it as a reference tool so I can get something going. Because, you know, trying to tell an artist something, they're always going to have their own rendition of it, but it would be way easier if it's just there and not like all scribbled up. I can draw a little bit, but not enough where I would waste all that time just to make references. I might as well put in a prompt. So
Yep.
You dancing over there, Tabby? and AI is being used to write music, which drives me crazy. Tell me about it. I literally have a song called Fuck Your AI Music. So I don't like it either. Shout out to Karmic X, right? That's like a part of his whole gimmick. It's just the AI music and the big tits.
Yeah,
anime.
a lot of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to ask you something. Oh, so it's a question for you. With the AI music then, is it just when it's created from scratch, like, hi, I want to sell an album to a jazz audience for this year, there you go? Or do you also find it offensive if someone's seen, like, I don't know, Street Fighter, like said, oh, make me a Street Fighter theme song sort of like album, but with a Gregorian monk sort of like vibe? Do you find both of those the same sort of like creative offensively?
Well, that's like
or...
AI in general, like we were just talking about. Like if you're using it as a tool to get something done and you're like, listen, I'm not a musician, I just need something to be done. But the thing I think what everybody gets upset with, no matter what kind of thing you're doing without AI, is those people that use AI are like, look at what I did. Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell this. I'm going, look, this is great. You wrote a fucking prompt. You didn't do anything. So that's where the anger, I think, that's where it comes from. If you want to use it to get ideas out and to get something going, but you got to be the one doing it. Otherwise, you're not doing anything. That's not yours, really. And that's why even with samples and stuff, and I remember older people would always tell me this, well, that's not even music. It's just you're taking old music and you're doing something else with it. It's like, yeah, but, DJing and stuff and actually making tunes with records and stuff, adding 3-4 decks or whatever and doing things with it. Well, that's not yours. So you're not doing anything. But you are doing something. But at this, you're not doing anything. You're literally going, make it good. Put this in it. Make it sound like these people or this sound. And then it does it. And it steals it off the internet from anybody that's done it. So that's crazy to me. And we got to do something about these people. Again, it's the people that either want to take credit for it or they act like they are doing it and they're not. That's also very upsetting.
Which isn't a new thing, because people just like plagiarize other people's shit on the internet and off the
It's happened to me
internet anyway,
tons of times.
It's just yet another tool. It's just yet another tool that makes it even easier for those sort of shitty people to do that sort of thing.
It stinks. It almost stinks as bad as this wrestling. God, looking at some of these notes, we got to look. Let's watch a video or two because this is, people. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of people in general. I'm not a fan of AI. Right? I don't know if you meant it like that, but I don't.
Shitty people. Before you press play, sorry. Before my next door neighbours have gone away on vacation, a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. They went yesterday. They've left the fucking radio on. I can hear it with these on. I can still hear it with these.
Will they do that for like their pets or something?
They've left. They haven't left the pets there. They leave the windows wide open when they go away, to just real casual.
Are they in their 20s?
Like, all right, so someone robbed your. No, they just wish they were. They're like in the 40s. They're like well into the 40s, but they're still acting like it's fucking weekend all the time. But yeah, sorry, they've gone away and they've left the radio on, and I could fucking hear it with these on. And that's not me being soft. That's a shitty, fucking annoying, stupid thing to do.
That's crazy. That really is crazy. Oh, I thought I put a meme in here. I did. Before you leave, Tabby, here you go. Here's a Z-Man meme. You're welcome. I kept mentioning he looked like one of the fire in the sky aliens, so we did that. That's for you, Chad. That's for Tabby. Anybody else that knows who the Z-Man is. All right, give me a Seth Rollins. That's his hat. Those are his glasses. That's his lips, or lack thereof. Men talking about my lips again. That's what he says every single time. Every time. So hit the like button and share the show to everybody out here. Now let's watch some videos. I know you're gonna love this, Danny. I popped for this. I popped for this so hard, people started bookmarking it because they're like, he's a bad guy, and we're gonna bookmark it, and we're gonna get him later. Which you won't. You can't get me. I don't do anything wrong. I may laugh at things that aren't right, but it's because it's so fucking ridiculous. So, without further ado, here's Gunther's number one fan in the crowd at the one of the last shows, Danny. I can't play the music. I wish I could, but there's a big chubby white lady doing the Elon Musk, we'll say. We'll say it like that. She's Elon Musking out there to Gunther's entrance. What do you think about this, Danny?
Well, is that her being like, oh, look, here's my favourite, we're the same? Or is that her trying to, like, insult him and being like, oh, look at this fucking Nazi bastard?
Yeah, exactly. She does have the problem hair and glasses, as you can see.
Because, I mean, if the video is not that long of what she's doing, her hand, what she does with her hand she might be doing that cooey sort of thing that old
Look
people
at, she's looking down
do.
like and laughing right here.
Oh no, I think no, she's Nazi saluting, yeah.
What the hell? Look at this. So this didn't really catch fire like I thought it would, because it kind of happened earlier in the week. But then people started making edits of it. The light. Yep. So that happened, and there was an edit in here somewhere. Oh man, I was dying. They were playing the Kanye West song over it, and Gunther came out, you know, that whole thing. But here's another meme. This is exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
For people listening, it's the pool picture. Wrestling fans are drowning. TKO is the parent holding up the revenue child. And then you got the skeleton at the bottom of the pool. My love for sports entertainment, professional wrestling. Get it? It's dead. It's deceased. They got me too, Danny.
Where all the pussy sleep, right?
What? Who are you? I'm not looking for you.
Rest in peace.
Yep, rest in peace. Pro wrestling, I mean, until TKO sells it off or does something, I mean, oh, there's the toe. Coca-Cola. Nice, cold, refreshing, classic citrus, now with extra seething. Pay with Venmo, PayPal, and Super Chats. What? That's right. He does have to hit those goals, right? I'm not a goal hitter myself. I refuse to do that. There's Ron Paul talking about things, and you should be talking about your son. Hey, here's that thing. The reason why I grabbed this, I don't even know if I'll show this. You know, they might come for me or something, but it's Tom Hanks talking to Steven Spielberg about that guy I always talk about on my show, because we were on Periscope. We were blowing up Periscope at the same time, me and that guy. So there's a whole animated version of that. Go watch it somewhere. There he is. There he is again. How does he keep ending up on my feed? This is craziness.
My missus has mentioned that Tom Hanks has a pretty weird, I think it's his Instagram, yeah, with like strange photographs of like just a child's shoe just on its own on the street, and like a child's jumper hanging from a tree on it, just weird things like that. She said just made her feel a bit uneasy.
And then he sets all his comments off after these events. And
right.
The guy that jumped off the building there, or the bridge, got run over. After that happened later that week, Mr. Hanks had posted about roadkill and did one of those photos. Very strange, very weird. Yes. You know the Z-Man, William Robinson, don't you? I know you guys know Clearwater Chad. He's been on with us before. He came on last Halloween. And now he's so big out here in the Dabbleverse, Danny. Look at this. Thank you very much, Borgo, for the new car. I'll do a live tomorrow and show it. He finessed a car out of the Dabbleverse. So shout out to UCWC. I know he doesn't understand any of my jokes or my references because I'm like a reference machine, and he only knows about like the OJ trial. So like it's kind of like, what am I going to talk to him about? He doesn't seem to know anything about anything except OJ, the trial, not even OJ in the sports, just his trial and food. So, yep.
Football? Is that what he played? Yeah, he played football, didn't he? Yeah, I know that. I know that much at least. I couldn't tell you who played for anything.
I wonder if
like
Chad
that,
even knows that. The CWC, if he knows that he played football. Probably just knows him from the trial. Unbelievable stuff. Look, there's another guy doing it. Doing the salute. That's Pantera's lead singer, right?
Oh, Pantera.
Because everybody's on there saying, hey, they're not like that or whatever. And the band might not be like that, but the lead singer, I mean, come on. I mean, he's like that. And I get it. And then the retorts are always like, listen, when it comes to supremacists, everybody, they love to do but what about this? What about that? And it's just like, yeah, what about? I'm not talking about that right now, right? Children, that's the children's deflection, manipulation defenses. I hate that shit. It's like, grow up. You're a supremacist. Just fucking own it, right? Is that hard to do? So take that, Pantera. Shout out to Dimebag, R.I.P. and all that stuff too.
Rest in peace.
Bro, the white guys.
Pantera have some bangers,
Oh my
though.
God, yeah.
Pantera have some good tunes.
I don't not listen to them because of that, and plus I think it's just the lead singer. I don't think the rest of the bandmates were like, yeah, this is, please do that more or whatever. I heard about this when I would go to shows and, this Portuguese guy that was in the rock scene came out. He's like, oh yeah, I went to a Pantera show. Told me all about it. He's like, he's doing all this white power shit on there. He's like, it was crazy. And I'm like, really? I'm like, it's not like shocking because, a Southern band and stuff and whatever. It's not a big deal, but to have accounts out here acting as if like, that ain't the case is like, come on, bro. We got this story here. This came out a couple weeks ago and it kept getting pushed like just basically out of the eyes of everybody. I haven't heard anybody really bring this up. And of course, these are, dumb skanks and things talking. The worst.
Yeah, I was going to ask who. I have no idea who.
Me neither. I don't either. I know who The Rock is because The Rock's here.
Okay.
But these chicks, apparently, I'm just going to say it. Selena Powell drops jaw-dropping claims that The Rock has been sending her threats of her life over claims that he spent $500K for a one-night stand. Imagine even that does sound a little suspicious. Does The Rock need to drop $500,000 to get some poontang pie? You really?
Does anybody? Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't think The Rock would struggle to pull, to be honest.
So she's saying she came out with this a couple weeks ago on like TMZ or some shit, and now The Rock is threatening her life over it. Supposedly, she's saying, I'm going to get a restraining order and blah, blah, blah. Let's hear it from her, the horse's mouth, right?
I was on my way and he said,
he said, get a room.
He said, get us a room at the Hard Rock. I look at the Hard Rock app the Hard Rock hotels, they're all sold out. So I was like, babe, they're all sold out. He's like, okay. He sent me a hotel to book. And then he was like, okay, book that one. I was like, bro, I'm not doing that. It was only like $300 though. But still, I was like.
All right, Danny. You know what it is? I'm officially old, I guess. I'm officially an old fuck now. Because when I see girls like this, I don't think, oh, wow, she's pretty. I think, what a fucking pain in the ass. Look at the lips. The fake up, tons of fake up. The brow,
It looks like she's stuffed golf balls under her fucking cheeks.
Like,
it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's way too much. And we've talked about tattoos on lasses, and I thought about it today. I just saw someone with just everywhere, and it's like, right, ladies, that's it. Just you've got to ration your tattoos now, and it's the same with all these silly things. All the lips and the fucking it looks like a mask. You can just pull off. And then I want to know what this person looks like in the morning with none of that on, because it won't be anything close to that.
Trailer park trash.
That's right, Rock.
Yeah. It's dishonest. It's not just dishonest to other people, but it's dishonest to herself, because she'll have some line about, a genuine self or a real self, some shit like that she's learned from some therapy thing. And it's like you're literally plastering a mask on your face so you don't look like yourself, so you can hide behind it. And blokes I don't know many blokes that I really find that attractive.
Apparently there's a bunch, but they all seem to be like the simp type people online that are like, shut up, I love all the tattoos, I love them looking like the Undertaker and shit. It's like, do you? Maybe you're into something else. Maybe you got a little, like The Rock says, a little cum si cum sa then, if you like all this aggressive behavior and looks on a lady, right? So, I don't know.
And that much disguise, it's could easily get that much disguise on a bloke. There's no
like you
need
said,
for
look
it.
at the hand.
I'm already down.
If you got tattooed up to the hand like that, she must be covered.
Yeah.
And then look at this lady. Look at her face. It's just the unnatural look of the face and everything, and the hair, like blonde hair with like dark skin. Like, come on, man. What world are we living in? And then they're swamping me on views. Why? Because they're probably lying about The Rock. I would never lie about The Rock.
Trailer park trash.
Never.
No, you told him the exact same thing in that car park that time. You would never tell lies about him. You said that.
He pushed my head down. But you know me, everybody.
I'm not gay no more.
Yep. But this lady, they're all wearing pajamas, got blankets over them.
I was just noticing the pajamas. I'm like, are they fucking pajamas?
These fucking podcasts where they're on couches and shit. Imagine us on a couch like this, talking about some old lady that wanted to pay us for giving her some or whatever, and we're like letting it out, like telling all about it and everything. I hope he is threatening you about that. Actually, even if this is real, I hope he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you guys crazy? Do you understand how the Illuminati works and the baby eating works, lady? You're going to come out here and tell people about this? Got it.
Well, yeah, you'll know if she just disappears.
we won't notice. I don't even know who she is. This is the most dangerous thing you can do, is not be a celebrity yourself and then get in the crossfires of the Illuminati. You crazy?
But
you'd have to keep up with this podcast then and see if it's still on in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm not the biggest defender of the modern rock, but I can't see him needing to go around paying for that. But if he is part of that baby eating class, like a lot of celebrities that have got like so much money but nothing to spend it on, I could also see just being like, oh, I'll just throw $500,000, what's that to me? I make like $6 million every film, and I do like 20 films a year. So I maybe could sort of like see, in theory, how he would do that, but I don't think he's going to, for just, who's this? And do you know what I mean?
Like, he couldn't find a million other chicks that are all tatted up with a bunch of fake up on. Like, he could easily do that.
Yeah.
He's The Rock, bro. Come on.
If she was all natural and it's like, oh my God, she's absolutely stunning, you'll never find anybody that looks like this anymore, I'd be like, sorry. I'd be like, oh, fair enough. He's maybe just got his bee in his bonnet for this particular thing, but you could make up, like you just said, you could make up a lot of lasses to look like this, and it's not even that sort of like impressive.
Right, I'm going to let her speak her truth, though. And let her finish up a little bit. No worries. We're here to talk and blow.
I'll stop mansplaining. I made a mansplain.
he was like, okay, because I only needed my ID when I went there, and it was a problem. Anyway, I go to the hotel. He's like, at 4, meet me. I said, okay. You know I'm on time, bitch. 4:01, I'm in that hotel room.
She sounds like she's 15. This sounds like, because I used to work with at-risk teenagers, right? This is why I was never like into Jada Parker. I'm sure she's a fine human being outside of wrestling and everything, but her character in wrestling is like an at-risk teen. You know what I mean? Like, that's how she acts.
Right.
It's just like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, first of all, you're a lady. Stop saying bro. Stop acting like you're in the streets and shit. You're a little. I get it. You know, it's a whole defense mechanism thing. But the aggression and stuff with these ladies, this is why I don't even deal with them a lot anymore, Danny. The women, I think, in America, at least in my area of America, have become so manly. It's not attractive.
Mm.
It's just not attractive. They
Yeah,
act like
and
such dudes, and it's like, nope.
yeah. But the men have been feminized as well to a degree, and it's sort of like switched over a little bit. Not in every relationship, but you do see a lot more. I mean, I've told you about how I take the piss out when you see the guy stood outside the supermarket with the dog because the dog's not allowed in the supermarket or the shop, but the woman wanted to come out shopping. So he's just basically like an extension of her handbag carrying her things. And he just has to stand there while the dog's just barking because the dog doesn't want to be with him. It wants to be with her. And he has to just put up with that. And then she'll come out and be like, come on, you. And it's like, he's been convinced that that's the only lass that will ever have sex with him. So he just has to do everything that she says. And she'll just act like a twat. And obviously that's not every woman, but there's a lot, that sort of like dynamic. I see that a lot more. And it's like you say, because women are sort of like trying to be men and men are sort of like bowing down and trying to be women and being meek, and it's just, it's
Listen, Danny,
not good.
you know, obviously, you know, I'm single technically, even though I have 3 wives and a million kids or whatever, like I say. But it's I don't even like if you think if I found like a bunch of boss bitches out there, I'm fine with that. It's the attitude, it's the tattoos, and it's the like, because if you're a woman that wants if you're a woman
Entitlement.
that wants it all, right, and you want the careers and all this stuff, you want to make a lot of money, all that, it doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter to most men. But if you are rich and you're like have a whole full-blown career going and things happening, I would be fine with taking a back seat to that. Look what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, as far as like, so I would be totally fine with it. But as far as I would always still have to be the man, though. You know what I mean? So I'm not one of these guys. I'm like, oh my God, she makes more money than me. I can't even comprehend this. I get that things are different now, and there's a lot of HR positions for a lot of companies. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Like, these jobs are really, you go and get your white guy certificate at the college or something, and you go, look, I can do this, and then they give you a role and you kind of do a job that anybody could do if they were trained for a week or two, right, Danny? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all this stuff everybody makes a big deal out of, jobs and work and what you do. That's not who people are, is what I'm saying. You know, whatever their profession is usually not who they are at the core. That's just some shit they do to get money, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know where I was going.
But then with people like this, that's just gossiping. I suppose that is who they are, because that's all they know. And they're not actually going out and doing a job. They've just pointed a camera at themselves and gone, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And then people in chat are like, you are, say my name on the camera, yay! And it just grows from there.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I would never listen to the Lost Prophets. I did hear about that. Wasn't there a lot of funny business with their lead singer, right?
Oh yeah, he was a diddler. And then
we don't like that.
Last year, someone made his on YouTube. Someone made his prison sentence a lot shorter than it was originally intended to be.
Yeah, that will happen.
I'll just say that way.
Yeah. It has a tendency to happen, when you get into that realm.
Yeah.
But yep, and Phil Alsamo.
I can't remember if it was. I can't remember if it was the prison guards had like temporary blindness or what the situation was, but Yeah.
They have they tend to do that. They're almost like referees in wrestling. They're like, wait, what? What's going on? They turn around, the other guy's getting pinned or, stomped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil Anselmo, William Robinson says, is from New Orleans, where I live. He is seen pretty often in town. He's generally felt to be a nice guy. Right. Oh, I'm sure he is. It's the my problem with people is what they who they are, like really in the indoctrination of if you believe you're better than anybody else, I know that's a lie. I know it. So if your life is or a part of who you are, and you identify as somebody who is better than other people, you're a liar. That's how I see it, you see? So he could be a great guy, but he may be lying to himself and me. And Dr. Huge does not stand for lie. I can't stand people breaking reality because I have to live in reality. I'm forced to live in it. I feel that way. And I'm dragging everybody else with me. You don't get to get away with it and go, I'm a good guy, but I'm a supremacist. No, it doesn't work like that because you're lying. And this goes for all the when people hear supremacy, Danny, they usually think white supremacy. There's so many different kinds, and I'm sickened by all of it.
Yeah. Oh, we have loads on our TV because it's allowed. Just not the white kind, but all the other flavors. That's perfectly fine, especially if you're dissing England or the white. There was a actress, quote unquote actress, celebrity who I can't remember which way around it is, but one of the parents is Indian, the other parent's Pakistan, and she was born over here, and she's made a very good life for herself. And last week or a few days ago, she was banging on about England being like the most evil people, English being the most evil people in the world, and we're like Thanos, just going around and like snapping people out of existence. And it's just like, yeah, you're a prime candidate to just get the fuck out and don't come back. If it's that shit, go enjoy India, go enjoy Pakistan. See if you can use that behavior over there and see how long it takes before you get knocked off your fucking perch. But yeah, loving all the toys that we have over here and in LA. I think she's possibly got property in LA as well, or she just hobnobs over there for a while. So she enjoys all these Western things, but then she's just like, oh yeah, they're just fucking evil. The most evil
this is going to
people in the
segue
world.
so well.
And we have a lot of that over here. Because it's safe. Well, it had been safe to do so, but people are getting pushed back now because it's just like, come on now, you integrate. Do one. We don't mind people that work hard and integrate, but when you just come here and slag everything off after like sticking your hand out, that's just
completely obnoxious. And then it's how people skirt the rules, and they kind of just like there's no accountability, and they all act like they're perfect and they're doing it all right and everything. It's just leading me to this reality show stuff because I've been catching up. I got this Netflix back for to watch some Raws that last Raw sucked so bad. I don't even want to talk about it. I'd rather talk about these stupid shows I've been skimming through. And I even do this in movies and TV shows that I like. I'll fast forward through when people start talking and I understand what the conversation is going to be about. I go, okay, I get it, and I move on. Like you really don't need a lot of these shows are just filler, especially with the reality shows. But there are great moments. So I got 3 different shows. We're going to start with this one. Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. I know everybody wants to hear about all this. This interests me, so we got to speak on this. I'm going to go through all the players because I love the way that they give me all the faces here. So first, we got Outlast. So it's like a Survivor show, Danny, on Netflix. It has 2 seasons already. The first season was on like a beach, I think in Panama. Then the second season, which we'll talk about in a minute, was in Alaska in the cold. I like the beach one better. I'm gonna try not to give too much away, but I'm gonna break down the players here because
Is there a premise, or is it just we've just dumped them
yeah,
on an island and we expect them to start fucking each other at
there's a
some
premise.
point?
There's 4 teams, right? So they'll make 4 teams. It's not set up in any order here. I think no, it's not alphabetical order, but it was close. Anyway, they set up 4 teams in 4 separate areas of an island or a place, and you're supposed to you either pick hunting, shelter, or fire, or is it 3 teams? Maybe it was 3 teams. No. Well, the second one had 4 teams. I know for certain. But anyway, so one team, at least in this show, this one on the in the hot area on the beach, they one team had fire, so they had flints and things to make fire with quickly. Another team was given tarps and things. So you're there to outlast the other groups, but you can leave your group at any time. You can be voted out of your group at any time. And if another team doesn't take you in within 24 hours, you have to flare out. So they make a whole big deal about flaring out, right? And some teams get stronger, some teams get weaker. That's for everybody to watch and to see. My thing is, again, it's all character driven, right? And the people that they put on these shows, I'll break it down to you real quick. The sneaky Asian Abby up here, it's just she was sneaky. She tried to be sneaky from the jump, you know. And then we had Haley. The reason why I like this one better than season 2, I mean, is hotter chicks in this one. Some butter faces, but I mean, they look great in bikinis, and they had to work in bikinis and things. So that was another draw to the show. Haley, a model. This one was a dope that pretended to know how to live out in the, these jungles and things. She didn't know what the fuck she was doing. This one, she knew what she was doing. Didn't know what she was doing. Lesbodian, tough broad, but one of the likable ones. Very annoying. This one, they put her in here to be annoying, the Sarah girl, and she even got kicked.
I don't know if we can. I was gonna say I don't know if we can see your cursor.
Oh, you can't see it?
You're not saying the name. I don't think so. Or it's really small and I'm blind.
Oh, maybe it's too small. Can you see it if I do like that? No, that doesn't do anything. That definitely doesn't do anything. Either way, so this is all blurry to you, huh?
Sorry.
Or can you not?
Well, I can see it, but it's just your cursor. I can't see the cursor on the screen. You're saying this one and that one, but I can't see who you're pointing at.
It was showing it on the screen share, but it's not showing it here. Got it. Yeah. So the pink hair girl, that was the Lesbodian. And I'll just name them then. Doesn't this Nikki here? I literally thought this was Nikki Cross for a minute. She looks just like Nikki Cross. She may even be related. They even have the same name. It's kind of crazy. The funny one here, this Ben guy, he took over one of the groups that had mainly women in it. And he was acting like the tough guy, and he's the leader and this and that. And he eventually had to leave the team, and the women were so pumped about it. It was hilarious. I love shit like this because just the social aspect of it all is so funny to me. And what I've noticed with reality TV shows, the women, they do not want obnoxious men around. They will not deal with it. But basically, there's not much to say other than what I've already said. The ex-football player in here, down here, it was funny and it was good. It was like a mini Survivor series just on Netflix. So go give that a try there. This is a second season. I mean, not much different. This Eric fella, super annoying. And those chubby kids that you grew up with in your neighborhood that were like know-it-alls? I don't know, for whatever reason, I always have this Cartman theme in my life. Generally larger men, and it's not all of them, but there's something about like if you're a big rotund type fella, you don't have to be like crazy fat or anything. You're just a big guy in general. They think that they know more because they're a big guy, I think. And maybe nobody's challenged them in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I get it,
it's
yeah.
like they've never really gone challenged ever. So they're like, well, I'm always right because nobody ever says any different. He's that guy you got to deal with. So there's a bunch of people in his group that are like, we let him think he's the leader just so we can have some peace, but he's not the leader. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
guy, Bio, at the top, he goes into another camp and he starts taking their shit right in front of him and go like, what are you going to do about it? And now we got him. So his own team casted him out for this. So that's Outlast, everybody. I just broke down the 2 seasons for you. I didn't give anything up either. But this is the one of the big ones. I got 2 more, but this show I've never seen women like this in my life. I mean, I have, but holy shit, these women are awful. Just about all of them were awful, Danny. It was like they did it on purpose.
My first joke was going to be, what number did Simone draw for the Women's Royal Rumble? And then I saw Jay on the left of her and thought, which Royal Rumble is Jay entering? I'm not quite sure. Both.
Yeah, Jey, right? But this Tolu, this woman here, obnoxious, very pretty, looks like a model, right? Great body, all this stuff. What a total ass, right? So this Jay lady, she's the old lady on the show. This all revolves around the trust is all about this. Trust each other. And you just don't have to kick anybody out and you'll split the money. It's as easy as that, Danny. How easy is that? You tell a group of men that we can split money. All we have to do is just not fucking rock the boat. And the first thing the women do, rock the boat and rock the vote, technically, to get the men out. So it really started with the 2 black girls hooked up, Winnie and Tolu. But I will never forget this older woman, Jay. Now, on these reality shows, they do these things where they have mini stories for people. It's very see-through for people like Dr. Huge. I watch all this junk. But it's kind of like in one of her interviews, she's like, I want to see the whales, and I'm here for the whales, and blah, blah, blah. So they finally show the whales in the show in the background. So they're giving her a little moment and segment in the show. And she's like, well, this lady, the Tolu black chick over here, starts jumping in the middle of it like it's her segment. Now, this is what they do on House of Villains, and they do it to piss each other off, right? So this has happened before where somebody was supposed to have a certain segment around something, and then other bitches get involved to take their shine from them, right? And that happened. So I was disgusted by this. This Simone lady is like a stay-at-home mom type lady. So she had to go, right? She was completely harmless. So the women had to vote her out, but not before. I'm going to some spoilers in this one because, I mean, who's watching all this? Jules, right? That was the first target because how dare he wear his shirt but with the buttons off? So he was a cop, said he didn't want to tell anybody he was a police officer because they could feel one way or another. But he comes on there, kind of looks like a player. But again, all these guys that you see here were obnoxiously nice. So they want to play the right way and all this stuff. And these women are just voting everybody out, including the old lady here. So I'm just telling you, I'm not even going to go through the rest of them. But holy shit. What a group of weak men and bitch women, and they put them in the same place and tried to get them to have some trust. And it was so funny to me because it was so hypocritical about everything. They're like, we got to get this guy out. We don't trust him. You haven't even given him a chance. It was like he didn't do anything except say we should never vote anybody out. And then they threw him out. Then they threw the gay guy out because he's already got money. They found out he was a millionaire. And they're like, let's get him out.
Right.
Basically, everybody that voted out except for Winnie here, one of the group. Because towards the end, these three nice guys, in the third rung here, Brian, Gasper, and Jake were like, we got to vote now, because we see what they're doing. They're going to they're even getting rid of their own people, like the gay Bryce dude down here. So just another great experimental, like for social things type show. Give it a watch, but man, they didn't do women any justice in this because they all looked bad. Every single one of them looked bad for basically all different kinds of reasons. And the guys look like dopes. And then we get the last show. This one, Danny, I don't know why I even clicked on it. I'm like, I'll give it a chance. I'm going to scrub through this. The Age of Attraction. So a bunch of old people and a bunch of young people go to a place and they start dating each other, but then they don't tell their age until the end. This one black chick ended up with this older black Latino man. He was 60 years old. And she was like, I don't even know, not even 30, I don't think at this point. It was a 33-year difference. She was 27. And what's hilarious about all this is they're all trying to like get rid of each other. Some of the older people are trying to get rid of the younger people and vice versa. And like the other person on the other end, it's not sinking in like for hours and hours. They're just like, we can't make this work out. And what? It's like, get the fucking hint. But another great show. 33. Could you date somebody 33 years older than you, Danny? Think that could be
Depends how old I was. Now, maybe not. In 33 years, maybe. Who knows? I'm just a bit. I don't like Netflix asking that question.
Mm-hmm.
Does age matter when it comes to love? I don't trust Netflix to ask that question and not do something they shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? It's they've had other things on that platform before, and I just it gets a bit too close to a line. I think I get what they're obviously doing, and they're just everyone's going to be legit aging this, but just when you talk about it a lot like that, and just like I say, Netflix asking that question, I'm a bit suspicious.
Yeah, we all know Netflix is a work. They love shitting on conspiracy theories too. They always sneak it in somehow, some way. They like to goof on specifically the 9/11 day. Like, how could anybody believe anything different than the official story on that? Right, Netflix got it. But I mean, those shows they were so. Outlast wasn't that ridiculous. It wasn't that bad. Like as far as just the stupidity of it. The other two, very stupid. Again,
Did you not watch Legends House yet?
I haven't. I know for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I've been away for like 3 years, and you've not watched it yet.
I gotta watch that.
You watched that shite.
I know. I watch everything else except Legends House.
It's only like 10 episodes. It's only like 10 episodes, I think. It's not even that. It's not even.
You know why? Probably because it has to be in some sort of competition form. Even that last one about the dating and the aging or whatever, like there's a competition to it because all the other couples are looking like who's out, who else is showing up at this next event, Plus, I blow through the dating ones so quick because I know most of it is filler, but I like to get to the breakdowns, like when they go up, they're supposed to marry each other and like within a month or something. It's like so insane, and you can totally tell many of the women are like, listen, let's just go through the motions so I get to stay on TV, because if we break this off here, I'm going home and I won't get to be seen by the millions of people out here. And That's also kind of obnoxious, but you know.
Dirty.
Yep. Go watch this instead, everybody. The Dr. Huge Show channel. I got so many. I put out another one this morning. I got another one going out tonight. Promo. They're giving me some great promos to work with. A lot of material. So expect more in the next coming weeks. Yep. Gunther versus Nick Aldis, Danny. You pumped for that?
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's happening at SummerSlam.
Wow, no, I didn't know that.
It's
Is this the first time Aldis has got in the ring in WWE then?
I mean, ever? Or you mean since he's come back?
In WWE?
No, he was in WWE before. In the 2000s, the late 2000s, I think, mainly. Yep.
So I mean, is this role as like a GM now?
Oh, as a GM, yeah, it's first time.
He's been a GM this entire time.
Yep.
He was a GM the last time I watched him, so he hasn't.
And he hasn't skipped a beat.
Fight.
Yeah, he had a promo with Gunther last night, and everybody seemed to be pretty receptive to it. Everybody's interested in the match. He's like, you know, your boss is going to kick your ass. Because, you know, the whole argument for Gunther is like, I'm retiring all these old guys, and you think you're going to beat me? You're another one of these old guys. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm going to make you my bitch. And, you know, they love saying bitch lately. So it's just, I don't know. It's not fun. None of this is really exciting. It's very obvious what they're trying to do with everything. And it's it's just boring. The Bloodline, like right now, the Bloodline is fighting with Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Royce Keys, right? And people are still cheering Jey Uso when he comes out. And he's a part of the heel team with Jimmy and Jacob Fatu. Like, it's those 3 versus 3. While Roman Reigns gets to go, you know, kick his feet up somewhere and eat steaks or whatever the fuck and make movies. Like, who cares? Wrestling's boring, man. This is some of the big stuff going on. I write it down. I'm like, do I even want to talk about it?
Is it not next weekend? Or no, is it next weekend for SummerSlam?
Yeah, it's coming up soon. It's the first
Next
and second.
weekend. Well, sorry, not next week, because it's like 5 days now. Is it this year? 5-day event? What are they up to now? Because that's another thing that they'll just keep creeping up until like all the pay-per-views are 2 fucking nights. Just mark my words. If they can get away with it, they will do, and they'll keep kicking that goalpost.
Yep. Yeah, this is a 2-nighter. Yeah, so
that's rough. Mania's just it's too much for WrestleMania. 2 nights.
And with the way that the pricing is, I hear that they're having trouble selling tickets again. So they're going to be in like a 70,000 seat stadium and probably have like 30,000 people both nights. So that could be brutal.
Look like this then.
Yeah, seriously. So WWE, get well. I mean, what else can we do?
I mean, people have tried to fucking tell you how easy it is to, you know, fix things and like get your fan base back. Just stop being whores, but you know, you can't. You just got to chase that audience that don't want to watch anything to do with wrestling ever. No matter how you repackage it, if they don't want to watch wrestling, they're not going to watch it. So stop it.
You mean not even if they bring out Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks and all this stuff like they did at Saturday Night main event?
Exactly. It's the same with just the comics and the video games. You can make live action comic book films until the fucking cows come home, but some people do not want to watch anything that is based on even comics and superheroes. They just don't want that. So just stop chasing them. And it's the same with wrestling. Some people will just never get wrestling or even they don't like it, but they might not even get it, and that's fine. But just there's plenty of people that do. So just make it really good for them.
There you go, WWE. That could help fix your business. You could actually make more money with less people somehow, right? It's not all about all the views and things like that. I mean, it is for me. That's the only way I can feed my kids is through views. But with you guys, you don't need views. You just need paying customers and people to buy your merch and go meet the wrestlers, which there's plenty of people that do, and they're doing fine, I'm sure. But if you want to take it to another level and not have, JP Morgan out here and things going, well, we don't know. A lot of their fans are saying they don't even like it anymore. It's not a good look. Mm-hmm. And William Robinson, no bitch, is worth $500,000. I would have to agree. I agree with that. What's the maximum? 5,000? I think 5,000 is probably the max. Any more than 5,000 is kind of like, what are you, The Rock or something?
I'll make you breakfast in morning. How's that? Take it or leave it.
You're going to make one of them funny breakfasts with the beans in it and shit, right?
No, I'll just leave.
And the toast that sits in oil or something that you fry. You you guys don't even make toast right? You make toast on the stove and shit.
No, I have a toaster.
You have toasters over there?
Yeah.
But when I see people make toast in with the UK breakfast, they put they fry it almost.
Oh, you can get fried. Yeah, you get fried bread, fried toast. We do that as well.
What?
But no, we we also just put bread in a toaster and butter, marmalade, jam. No, you don't call it jam. That's jelly to you. Yeah, jelly, strawberry, the fucking strawberry spread. Do you have marmalade as well? Do you call it marmalade? Or do you call it something else?
Sure, lady marmalade. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
We got some of those.
Yeah, so we do that, but then we also do like fried bread as well, where it is just like sat in. You'll do your eggs and everything else, and then you'll just put the bit of bread in. You might toast it first and then chuck it in, flip it over. I thought you'd love that. It's a right American.
I probably would like it, but
that sounds like such an American thing.
Yeah.
How can we add calories to this needlessly? I know we'll mop up the fucking grease that we've just cooked our breakfast with the bread and then eat it. That's
The beans is weird though for breakfast.
Yeah, well, beans is
Doesn't it make you gassy?
Yeah. So does coffee.
Yeah, well, that's
plenty of other things. Eggs. You got eggs for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want an eggy fart, do you? Well,
and peas. I've just never been a fan of peas. Peas are kind of weird.
I don't mind peas.
They don't have great taste, especially for children, I would think.
That was one of the only vegetables I'd eat as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Buttery peas. Do you rest in peas like this guy? He says it. Peas. Yep. Rest in peas.
Like mushy peas, though. Have you ever had mushy peas?
No, you have like peas with like fries, right? Chips.
Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah. We'll have beans with it as well, just because you don't need ketchup. You see, if you have beans, the sauce, you just dip your fries into the bean sauce.
That's I probably would like it better mashed up. I've never had mashed beans or peas.
Peas, yeah. Well, mushy peas, you'd sort of like if you have like fish and chips. So you get like battered fish and then like big thick cut fry sort of chips, and then mushy peas on the side. So it's more like a paste. You can still see like larger pieces of peas, but it's just you get again fish and chips.
It's just
dip it in there, and it's like yeah,
right.
But yeah, beans are good in the morning because of the tomato juice. You see, so you can have your sausage and your bacon and everything, and you're dipping it in the bean sauce, so you don't need ketchup.
Your bacon comes in strips, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Paladin, like you were saying out here, I finally watched Raw yesterday with no ads. We are still doing blood. How do you watch with no ads? I got Netflix. I still get ads. If I go back and like try to skip through it, it will give me ads like every 2 seconds. It's crazy. So I won't even like try to go back and watch it if I'm not watching it live. But anyway, watched yesterday with no ads. We are still doing Bloodline. They're creatively bankrupt. Yes. It's just, again, it's the soul part. It's as if they have AI writing the show, and they go, "What's best? What do you think is best?" And then Triple H comes in and goes, well, if we move this here, we move this there. You know, they're doing the thing like I'm doing with the comic book stuff or whatever, but you're going to write this out, then he's going to try to position it in the right spots, but it's not working because wrestling has to feel a little bit real, or at least attempt to, for the goof of it. Like right now, the way it's set up, when you got WWE Unreal, you're letting all the normies go, yup, it's stupid, it's fake, it's silly. And then you, right after you say that, literally in some cases, like Paul Heyman will be coming out talking about how it's all fake and stupid. And then they have CM Punk come out like last night with Cody Rhodes, and they're supposed to be angry with each other. And CM Punk at the end of the promo is like smiling at him because it's like, isn't this funny how we're in this? It's all cringe and just, for us normal wrestling fans that have been watching all this stuff, and then we see them almost winking at each other inside the ring and it just fucking sucks.
They come off as theatre kids. They come off like theatre kids when they do that. And it's not the same as, like, even with like Shawn Michaels and Triple H, when they feuded, you'd see them sort of like trying to get each other to laugh and stuff.
Yeah.
And you sort of like, you'd see behind the curtain a little bit, even while they were both in the ring. But they never gave off like that fucking spoiled, entitled theatre kids sort of like vibe in the same way. Shawn Michaels had his own entitled, you know what I mean? He had his own different thing, but it wasn't what we see now. And now, because it's all just, they all know it's fake anyway, so who fucking cares? And yeah, it's entitled theatre kids, and it's just, it just makes it even worse to watch.
Yeah, and so I'm watching all this stuff, right? And then Joe Hendry comes out in a segment during Raw, and he's having a match with, I think, somebody in the Judgment Day, and Danhausen's all involved with the Judgment Day, and it's all fun and games, and I get all that and whatever, and it's like a mid-card type deal, and Liv Morgan, he's pulling fast ones on him with his fake money, and he's got like his own Danhausen money, but he owed it to them, and it's all very tiring and just like it's like stuff like you can't even laugh at unless you're literally 5 years old, 6 years old. Then it might be amusing to you, but towards one of the ends of these segments, they're pumping up the Liv EO stuff for SummerSlam, and who comes out driving out with Danhausen? It's EO Sky to go beat up the bad guy Judgment Day people, and it's like, oh, this stinks. This is so bad. Where's my shits?
It's the shits.
There you go. Give me a Roman one for that one. Give me the acknowledgement.
It was the shits.
Thank you. It was. So Danhausen ends up in the ring with Joe Hendry after, they kick the Judgment Day's butt and they get out of there and they do the whole turnaround, and Danhausen does the turnaround with the point and the grin, that weird grin, and they're like posing, and I'm just watching it like this, like, ooh, I don't like this. The pose with the creepy grin, smile, and all. Like, are we fucking done with this yet, everybody? I guess not. He's the biggest star WWE has for the past year. So, this is, Danhausen is, in my opinion, he's the biggest star WWE has, and that's sad.
Is that bringing people in, or is it just humoring the people that were lured in for other things?
It's humoring the pay pigs. That's how I see it. They get
the
a
ones
kick
that
out of them.
They won't wash the hands of WWE ever, even if it's absolute dog shit, and they know deep down that it is.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And listen, if we've been trashing AEW for years and this and that for many of the same type of reasons, WWE is going to get the same treatment. They're almost worse at this point. A lot of these people out here, the way that they defend and they It's like the same way when I watch the Dabbleverse and I'll watch like Lady Kmart out there, giggling and goofing and thinking he's the funny smart guy and everybody else are the dumb assholes. And then you read the comments and nobody's going at Carl. Like, what? Like, who are these people? Like, is nobody seeing what's going on here? Am I on crazy pills? It feels like it. Maybe I am a little bit, but it's just, and I get it. It's PG, it's for kids and stuff too, whatever. But it certainly ain't for me anymore. That's all I know. And then they want me to pay more money for this, and I'm supposed to shut up and like it and like that. There's no more stars anymore. Like, again, the Attitude Era by itself, the ruthless aggression. What do we got? In reality, the biggest star is Brock Lesnar. Still to this day. You got Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. That's what everybody's looking forward to the most in all of WWE. No, I don't give a fuck about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I don't give a shit.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, Roman Reigns, Seth
Roman and
Rollins.
Seth again.
And I'll give it to him. What got me to subscribe to Netflix again to try to watch some of these Raws was that third Raw in the row where the clips looked good. And they had several clips of Reigns and Rollins going back and forth. And I'm like, this is going somewhere. They actually are building something with that story, because they do look similar. They got the whole Shield thing. They got all the old storylines and stuff like that. It's going somewhere. It's just still, I don't see Roman Reigns as a superstar. Seth Rollins, I love Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins 2015 superstar. This one, he's all right. People sing his song, right, for years when he comes out. He has cool WrestleMania entrances. Other than that, what's going on? Then CM Punk. These are your foundations now. CM Punk and who used to be cool. Ever since he's come back, he had some good shit with Rollins at the beginning and Drew McIntyre. Ever since then, the Cena stuff, where he's, looking like Dr. Huge out there, the Doctor of Thugonomics, and it was all cringe. And ever since, he's now like the sleaze would call him Uncle Phil. And isn't it great to be alive on a Monday night and with CM Punk here as your champion? Ooh. Fucking stupid. So Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Rollins, and Roman Reigns are supposed to be your huge megastars, when in reality it's Brock Lesnar and Rhea Ripley's ass.
What?
And Rhea Ripley, she's injured once more. She gets injured a lot. And I noticed on one of the, I'm looking through these Rhea Ripley pictures, right? She's got a Abraxas on her leg. Anybody watch Late Night with the Devil? Did you see that movie, Danny?
No.
It's a horror movie. Came out about a year or two ago. It's good. So it's one of those A24 horror movies. But go watch that. I think it's on Hulu or something. But I watched it when I got WrestleMania this year and got the whole Disney package and all this. I'm like, I'm definitely going to get this one in here. But it's a very good horror movie. But the way that the main demon in it or whatever is the old occultic god or whatever they call it, Abraxas. And at the, I don't want to give too much away, but well, I mean, it's a horror movie. There's going to be scary shit going on. This girl's head like splits apart and it starts like almost like a blowtorch from the top because it's like she's turned into full blown this demonic entity. And that picture is on her thigh, is on Rhea Ripley's thigh. And I know she's into the occult stuff and all this. That's why she's got the tattoo she does and everything. And I know about loosely about a lot of these things too. But she's got Abraxas on her legs. Check it out. It's creepy. It's a split head with another entity like popping out of it.
Do you think that all these celebs and stuff, or not all, but Rhea Ripley, you think she really gets proper into that and like she's powerful in it, or do you just think she's a kid that's just like, this'll make me look edgy, this'll make me look cool, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
this on my leg? In the film, there'd be the group of kids that like go to the fucking spooky old hut in the woods at the beginning, like, oh, we found this spell book, and they read a spell and someone comes and eats them, and they were just stupid. Do you know what I mean? I'm not buying that she's sort of like high up anywhere in that sort
I'm
of a
not
thing.
saying like a high up thing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying the symbolism is there, and it's odd that I notice these things. It's just odd to me. Well, I'm like, whoa, isn't that the demon at the end of that movie I just saw on your leg? I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's a new advert. I told you, whatever they can get away with, they'll slip in there and they'll fucking do it. So they've just found a way to advertise that film.
Man, that would be over the top. Why do I sound so much lower now all of a sudden? Testes.
I don't know.
And are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it now.
I can still hear you, but you are a bit quieter than before, yeah.
There we go. I think it's better now. But yep. Yeah, I mean, when I talk about these things as far as that stuff goes, like I know like in horror video games, there'll be like subliminal messages in the background and stuff like that. And I'm not saying, oh, they're doing it to, for this and that. But at the end of the day, I think like with anything else, if there's smoke, there's fire somewhere with some of this stuff. And if you have like 100 tattoos on you and 90 of them are in this realm, you might know something about it. You might, you know at least a little bit about it to put it on yourself. And sure, there are people that do this stuff just to be edgy and things, but I would think that they would, if they cared to put it on their skin enough, they probably know kind of what it is.
Yeah. People don't think that far ahead with a lot of things. You see 18-year-olds with just like 20 tattoos, and all they are is just like, this product, please tell me that you like this film, or another symbol from a product, please tell me you like this band. Do you know what I mean? And it's that each time, and you've just said something from a film, and everything else on Rhea Ripley's body can start a conversation in that same way. And it's just like, oh, please just make conversation with me and notice all these distractions and don't start tapping at my skin because it's very thin. And I'm not saying she's not interesting, but she feels like she's not interesting and stuff. And that's how she used to do when she first started. But you've said she still fucking whines about a lot of things. And it's just like, she's not... She, on screen, she'll be like, yep, I'm fucking unstoppable, check me out. And then as soon as the cameras are backstage, it's just like, I'm a real person with anxiety and all these things. And it's like, yeah, you can't like convince me of that first one if you're just going to slip straight back into that second one.
I think I got something here for that. She kind of complains about the fans like every couple weeks. And there was a latest one here.
Turning up at the airport, yeah, complain away, that's shitty. But if we're just telling you to stop being boring or to change it up or something, then yeah, that's daft.
This is the latest one. It says, there are a lot of tiny little idiotic humans on this app. Literally good for nothing, know nothing, hypocritical, terrible excuses for humans. The amount of delusion is funny as fuck. Laughing emojis, clapping emojis, literal jokes. If this triggers you, then it's directed at you. Hope this helps kiss emoji. 1 million views.
You showed them, girl. You showed them.
They're called trolls. Yeah, right. Act all tough.
There we go. Oh,
covered in bad tats, but paper thin skin and a victim mentality. Astounding aura loss. You're projecting.
Shout out to TTV Dookie Pox.
Yeah, look, somebody else wrote what I was just saying. You be the only one triggered making posts like this every other week. Like, damn, I thought I muted your crybaby ass. Wow. Talking about yourself much. Yeah, we're just reading the thread, everybody. So
what made her tweet this?
Exactly. She saw a dickhead online and going at her. It's like, you're rich and famous. It's like Kevin Durant too in basketball. Like, you're gonna deal with people on the internet and like make fake accounts and I'm not saying she's making fake accounts, but why even? And it's vague because it's not to anybody. It's like, well, it's just directed at you if you don't like it. Okay.
She'd have posted a picture of herself. 99% of the responses would have been that say like agreed, but they don't deserve your time of day. Go goddess and all this shit. And there'd have been one being like fat thighs or chubby cheek. Do you know what I mean? Just someone that was just being a twat, and then she'd have that will be the only one she focuses on. Bollocks to the thousands of people being like, I love you. She's just focused on that one fucking thing that's her Fifi's.
Yeah. And again, that you can't do that. Like, that's just what a waste of time. And
you can, but you're not going to get much else done. Yeah.
Yeah. Focus on the positive people. Like, a lot of this hasn't been positive. I thought there'd be a lot more simping, you know?
I did. That Mr. Doozy's got a good answer as well. And that's that her brain is the sort of person that needs something like that. Because if she gets that anxious and twitchy over just like everyday stuff, then a smartphone is not a good idea. And just being able to look at these comments whenever is not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're not as warm to her as they once were. You're right. I thought it would be a lot more just simping.
Oh, and boy, man, I've been getting these messages a lot lately. How about you? It spikes every once in a while. The whole, hey, sorry to bother you. I'm applying to be a co-host of a podcast. Do this and click these links. Get out of here. Yep. I mean, I'm talking email, DMs, multiple social media platforms. All this week, they've been like going crazy trying to get my info and my, all this stuff. Like, good luck. Good luck with that shit. You gonna get blood out of a rock too? Yeah, I've been posting a bunch of shorts to Twitter. We don't even call it Twitter anymore. Anyway, let's watch.
I still do. I still call it Twitter.
There's my new header here.
Nice.
I'm the Brennan of the WWE universe here, and I will complain about all these people. There are all these loser clowns, literal clowns. Look at them. That's a clown right there, that Danhausen. So he will be made fun of and he will be goofed on. And go ahead, Kurt. What are you gonna do? Curse me with your curses? Got it. Yep. All right, get me out of here. This is out of my life. How about I just click it off? We do have some Dabbleverse clips to watch. Our leader, has been out here doing things with his one of his internet sons, is Chad Zumach. And Chad, the big storyline of the summer in the Dabbleverse is that Chad is doing a comedy special. It's not a grift, not at all. But he started a GoFundMe, and he's getting I think he's got up to 11 grand now to do this.
Oh, right.
Which, how much money do you need to do a comedy special these days? Here's your video. You edit it, right? You could have several people with phones, your buddies in the crowd. They all shoot a different angle. You edit it together. You put it out on YouTube or whatever. And you could pretty much do it for free. I don't think you need 11, 12 grand. The limit was 8,500. That was the goal. So we hit that, and now it's been going on and on, as you can see, because he's going to use the money for advertising. Don't you worry. Right. Right. So that's the main storyline of the Dabbleverse, and we got some clips.
I had to advertise in Barbados for 2 weeks. It was very nice. The beach was lovely. I told everybody about it.
It's pretty much.
And then I went advertising in Japan. Very nice sights and people there.
That's a dirty clip. Our boy Dirty, keeping us informed. Can't watch all these shows. I'm busy watching The Trust, right? So Let's hear from this clip is going to be he reacts to Mersh, Dabble Tips, and Zumok's comedy special. So this was a good clip.
Talk about Stuttering John's finances. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Melton did 7 hours last night. So his doctor said you're okay to do another show, and if you could do 7 hours, it's got to be good for your back. Unfucking believable.
You guys see Brennan's meltdown?
Double Tip shows how much on a website.
Okay, so let me give you some background because it's going to be hard to explain just exactly what's going on here. You guys may have heard of the Dabble Dashboard, the website that
I might do Dabble Tips. I don't know. I'm supposed to be on a Dabble dashboard too, supposedly. Dave Sayre said he was going to get me in there, but there's a guy named Flimsy Greenberg, and that I think he runs all of it in the Dabble Tips. And I don't know if
is that a different one from Super Tips?
Yes,
it's a different
it's a
one.
new one that popped up.
Right.
Okay. I trust them a little more over at Dabble Tips. I'll put it like that. Like you know, I've told you before. I'm like, I don't know if I trust this whole. What were they calling it? And we got Super Chats, Super Tip. Was it Super Tips?
Super Tips. I think so. Super Tips. Yeah.
So and then we got Dabble Tips now, but but you know, this Flimsy, he's one of these guys. He's not a follow back guy. You know, he knows who I am, but he's not like. Doesn't want to deal with Dr. Huge. Like there's a lot of guys like that out here where they're like, I can't follow you back. I can't answer anything about you, whatever. But I might be on the Dabble dashboard. I don't even give a fuck. But I'm just saying, you know, usually I like to fuck with people that will fuck with me. You understand? So when they're like, nah, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know who you are and this and that. I'm just like, got it. We got it. So I don't know if I'm using Dabble Tips either. You know what I'm saying? But Mersh is going to mansplain to Brennan that, you know, don't use super chats, use this instead. Obviously, you'll make more money. I mean, people have been saying this to him for years. I've even been one of those people like, why don't you do it? I mean, I wouldn't do Melton's if I was KB. That's one of his arch nemesis. So, of course, he's not going to do that. But the Dabble Tips is from one of your, you know, bodyguard types. They see you out there and they're like by your side like lost puppies. So you might as well do one of theirs. They more trustworthy. But anyway, I'll let Mersh explain this. You know, he's so much better at this than me, right? I don't understand.
A guy by the name of Flimsy Greenberg. He's been working on it. And
around the clock.
Yeah, I can actually show you. I've showed you guys this website before. It's the Dabble dashboard, and basically shows that are any way tangentially connected to Dabbleverse stuff. They put that stuff on the Dabble dashboard. Well, now
except Dr. Huge probably
is added a leaderboard. So you know how Kevin Brennan, he's obsessed with other people's money.
No. I'm not obsessed. Melton's obsessed with other people's money. First it was Melton, and then it was the pedophile network, and now Flimsy's obsessed with my money.
I don't know. I resonate with Brennan. Do you see this, Danny? Do you understand why?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen too much of Brennan stating his own opinion. He just sort of gets people on and he's like, oh, that's a spicy thing for guest A to say. What do you think of that, guest B? Or not as tactful as that at all. He's just like, oh, he called you a twat. Oh. But yeah, so I don't know a massive amount about him.
You don't. Yeah,
to be fair.
I'm saying like his like sensibilities or what have you. Like when he gets upset about something, and people are like, "Why are you getting upset about this?" and they will explain it. It's the same. It's like things that would upset me, but I can't explain it properly sometimes. And it gets like annoying and people are thinking you're just a jerk. And you're like, no, it's not me. Like, it's whatever you're doing is actually the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And this, I get that he's like this ornery old, codger or whatever. But usually when he gets mad, which I was hoping somebody would clip him freaking about the dabble tips the other day. He was literally screaming at like the top of his lungs. He was like pissed about a lot of this. But if you hear his reasoning why, it does make sense. But you know how all this works. The audience likes to take things and finagle things in a way to troll and to set up works and stuff. And I'm going to let him speak. Just listen. Let's see.
So really has nothing to do with me.
Because they really did start. They did draw first blood, like with the money stuff. Because they were like, we're gonna get under his skin. We're gonna count his money, and we'll see how many super chats he got. Oh, you made less today. You did this. You did that. So he flipped it on them and said, "How much are you making?" So we watch Playboard now every day and see whatever. It's like a segment of the show where it's like, let's see how much they made, and it's like, oh, they made $4. What a bunch of clowns and losers and blah blah blah. But he didn't start doing that. I know he would do it from time to time, but it really started when they started counting his money. So that is true.
It's just yet another dick measuring contest, isn't it? It's just a dick measuring contest. And yeah, we've just found yet another way to have a dick measuring contest.
But because they started it like that, he's not letting go of it now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, but I'm number one. And now look, I'm staying number one. Oh, you guys thought you were going to troll me with this? Oh, how about I talk about it all the time? So, but then it's like he turns in the Scrooge McDuck with all this, right? Like, I'm the counter of numbers, not you guys.
Navigating, communicating. It has nothing to do with me. It was brought to my attention this place called Playboard. So once I became aware of it, like a lot of other things, I started to go, ooh, it's my new online poker. Ooh, what's over here? More information. Ooh, so it started at Melvin being obsessed with people's money. Then it was the pedophile network. And now Flimsy's obsessed with my money.
Oh, now Flimsy has added a leaderboard. So you know how Kevin Brennan, he's obsessed with other people's money. He's constantly pocket watching people. He's utterly obsessed with other people's money. And he wants to let everybody know all the time he's number one in super chats. Now, people have been kindly reminding Mr. Brennan that if he were to not use super chats and instead use super tip, or
it's so funny. Remember when Steel Toe was like, hey man, I'm doing just as good at Rumble as I am at YouTube, so I don't even miss YouTube. Of course he's not. So again, if I was on Rumble 5 days a week or 7 days a week instead of YouTube, would I be making the same amount of money? Probably not. I don't know. And if I went to Super Tips or Flimsy Tips and I had to use a QR code, because people like it the way they like it. That's a fact check. People like it the way they like it. Sending super chats is relatively easy, as that there's no QR codes.
And he's right, Danny? Bro, I can't get people to subscribe to another platform if they're a subscriber to one. Like if somebody's on Twitch, they want to watch me on Twitch. They don't want to watch me on YouTube or Kick or anywhere else. And the same thing goes for all the other places. They barely want to do that. So to get somebody to use QR codes and press all these other buttons and shit like that, and they're like, of course it's real easy, KB. Just join my thing and I'll make money too. And who knows, maybe you'll lose half your fucking following. It's like, no, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. He goes, it's one of those things. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Sure, he may be losing more money this way, but chances are he could lose even more money if he switched over. Because I'll tell you, I barely super chat any of these shows, but I ain't super tipping anybody. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Because again, it's easier for me.
I mean, there's nothing stopping them from having all three options, isn't there?
No, yeah, you can do them. You can do them all, but
so yeah, just dealer's choice. What's wrong with that?
But again, when you're number one, on some of these boards, and you're making this type of super chat money, you don't want to rock the boat and go, well, I'm going to use these tips and use those tips. Something could go wrong, and then it fucks up your whole deal when you could just stay the course. It's working. Why do I have to use these other things, right? That's just what he's thinking. He's like, everything's working, going according to plan. Why should I do anything else to make a little bit more? He's already rich.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the option, like I say, options is good, but you don't, I don't think he needs to go nuts over it if it's already working.
Now, if it's like one of these other shows or Dr. Huge or something, shit, I should be posting up every Zelle and Venmo, and I don't use anything. And because that's not what I'm trying to just build a following first, right? Shout out to all the live viewers right now, right? I get it. It's Saturday afternoon. We do a lot better in the week and everything, but holy shit. It's time to start going every day again, because that's when I was really catching fire back in the day, Danny. But that takes a lot out of you when you do a daily show.
You don't have to sign up to Rumble. It's pretty simple. But of course, Marsh is an expert. Marsh, all Marsh does is make good decisions. Marsh, should I also take Ethan Ralph's sloppy seconds?
There he goes. Yep. I mean, and come on. I know you're a Mersh guy. I don't have anything against Mersh, but how dare you? You're gonna get it on with Ethan Ralph's ex? And I barely know Ethan Ralph. You know how I know Ethan Ralph? This will make some people laugh if they actually know these names. I know Ethan Ralph because of Adam Green. Anybody know who Adam Green is? If you do on the interwebs, you know. He's got it out for certain people or whatever. Rightfully so in a lot of ways. But yeah, that's how I know about Ethan Ralph. That's the first time I saw him. And then he would have that guy that is a Christian debater he debates all the whores and stuff and smokes cigarettes. Right. What's his name? I can picture him too, but yeah, I used to see him on the kill streams, as they would call them. And then, Mersh is in that world kind of and stole Ethan Ralph's girlfriend, or maybe didn't steal her, and then she went off with somebody else. Yeah. It's a whole thing, right?
And then came back.
And then came back again?
I believe so. It's got a bit messy. I stopped looking. I was like, just whatever makes you happy, mate. Just, yeah. Mm-hmm. It sounded a bit complicated.
I can put it up there for you. Big dub. Yeah. You were wondering where all the cool people were. All of it. We're right here, always. Saturday at 3 p.m. every single week, no matter what. No matter what. What is God's dead? This is news. Is breaking news? Is this breaking news, Danny?
This is breaking news. Rest in peace.
Yeah, we did it. We did it properly.
Yeah.
Get well.
I recommended that. Should I take Ethan Ralph's sloppy seconds and then have her cheat on me and then you crying like a bitch? Should I also do that? So again, these guys act like, if I started doing this, everything else would stay exactly the same. I already know from Rumble that's not the case. Some people just don't want to sign up to Rumble. Some people might not want to use a QR code.
Sarah Silverman doesn't want to sign up to White Nationalist Rumble ever. That's right. This is my foam finger. This is what we use here. The Hulk Hogan. And all the wrestling fans, all the woke wrestling fans, they get so angry. How dare you like Hulk Hogan? Don't care if he was your childhood hero. He said the N-word, and he said it to you, Dr. Huge. And I said, what? He did? And he fucked my wife after. And I went, what? Holy shit, breaking news. Hulk Hogan fucked my wife.
This in breaking news.
Shut your mouth!
Assume the controls.
Hulk Hogan. We got for you, nigga.
That's right.
But Terry Bollea did
I
not.
don't know.
It was
But
Hulk Hogan.
Bollea? Yeah, it was Terry Bollea with the smaller penis. That's why we're still together. If it was Hulk Hogan that did it with the 12-inch penis, probably still wouldn't be with my wife. Mm-hmm. It's Factimus Jack.
Loser. He's a lazy-eyed loser. He took Ethan Ralph's sloppy seconds and then got cheated.
I will tell you this. I'm upset that Mersh won't even do my show. He won't even talk to a Dr. Huge. Again, I'm going to start doing night shows. I know I do more of a late night type of show, but trying to do it in the afternoon with these fucking people, it's just not going to work. I'm not talking about you, Danny. I'm talking about these other people out here. But
Did you reach out to him as well?
no, I probably I did actually. And then I think you did too as well. But
I did,
and I did it a while ago.
Yeah, I did, and he said he was interested. And then I checked one weekend and was like, "You want to do this Saturday?"
Nothing.
He was like, "I'll let you know." And then the following was the same thing, and nothing. So maybe I could have followed up more and been a bit more aggressive with it or something. Maybe that's on me for I should
He's
maybe
worried about
pester a bit
being
more.
ambushed. That's what it is. I know.
I don't want to pester people either. I'll happily. I don't get scared of asking people, but I don't like being like, "Oh, are you going to do it yet? Are you going to?" So I just, yeah.
That's right. This motherfucker. But I'm not. Listen, I'm not an ambushed drama podcaster. You know, I'm goofing around and stuff like that, and I get better the more people that are here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do. If I have like some sort of a live audience, it makes my life easier. I mean, I could do solo stuff. I could talk to Danny about beans in his breakfast and things. But, you know, if I had a Mersh on or something, like one of these lightning rod type of people, because I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, why? Think about this. Chad's not funny. Like, I'm talking about Chad Zumach. And I'm not, this ain't no diss fucking me starting shit with Chad. Everybody's trying to start shit with Chad. I don't care about that. I'm saying, like, Chad's made me laugh last night when he was on KB's show. And I thought to myself, holy shit, I think that's the first time he made me laugh. What's the appeal then, right? It's that there's some sort of drama going on around him and people seem to care. And it's also who you're connected to. So you need an online community of people to give a fuck about what you're saying and who you are or whatever. And it's usually to shit on you. That's why they care a little bit. But it also, I'm just trying to think. I'm like, so you can be an unfunny comedian, Ray DeVito style, and still manage to get monetized and have people show up and actually watch your show, like unironically as well. And that blows my mind because, you know, because I'm at the spot I'm at with the YouTube stuff and seeing like if I can boost this thing up, but I can't really do it unless I have other characters around me, you know, surrounding me like everywhere, and other just people. They don't even have to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, because clearly Ray's not really doing anything except bringing on random people. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, he's bringing on comedians and stuff. Or Chad's doing a special and this and that. It's like, none of this really fucking matters. It's not really all that entertaining. And I can't believe that these people can get into that so much. But then when I give them the hard-hitting fucking wrestling talk, they're like, what? Like, I can't handle this. You understand? Zumach's fun. He's. I'll tell you this. He's better than Lady K. He's better than Melton. He's better than all the people that like don't like him. And I get it. Zumach's another guy. It's like, who are you, Dr. Huge? I never seen you in my life. Who are you? I don't know who you are. You're nobody. Got it. Right? But like, he's still better than the guys that report on him because they don't have anything either. What? Talking like effeminate gay men? That's all they got? That's all they got. Now, Mersh has this voice of authority over things, or at least that's the vibe he puts out, because it sounds like he needs Mucinex. You know, he needs Mucinex like hooked to his veins. That's how stuffy he sounds all the time. But you know, he's got the deep voice. At least he sounds like a man in things. So when he's trying to explain to the boomers of the world, like Brennan, about the super tips and how the dabbling should be done, it's more ear delicious. You understand? But a lot of these other guys, they got fans, they got numbers, and it makes me do that all night.
On by that dumb whore. But he's going to tell me what the fuck to do. And Pat Dixon, Carlos Pat Dixon.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on Pat Dixon either. You know who he is, right, Danny?
Yeah. Briefly, but yeah.
Listen, I get all these people are humans. I don't know them in real life. I don't hate them or whatever. I don't like Pat Dixon from the TV. Because he's another guy that was just, like, why the fuck is he out here? He's not funny. Oh, is he a stand-up? He did stand-up, did he? It ain't funny. He's got the people's eyebrow going all the time. There's nothing there with this guy. And then he does shows with Bob Levy, who's another guy. This is why I vibe with Kevin Brennan. Brennan brings at least he's a little bit funny with things. These other guys, they're not even like trying to be funny. They fake laugh at all their buddies' jokes that come on, all the Dixons and this guy and that guy. I'm not even placing merch in this role here either. But specifically, Dixon, you know, Levy, Zumach, DeVito, like, there's no fucking value there when it comes to, in my expert opinion, listening to things. You know me, I'm a Stern disciple. I've listened for many, many, many years in just talk radio in general. That's kind of what this is. If you can base it off of that and don't need all the bells and whistles and videos and clips and all that, like, you're good. But these guys, they barely can do any of this. It's just... What I'm trying to say, Danny, is these guys are fucking old and boring. And I'm very upset, and I will never not be upset until I get my thousands of subscribers and views just like them. Because how the fuck do they have it? Do I have to be more boring than I already am? Is that what it is, Danny? That's a real question. Should I shut it down? Be like more boring?
I'm trying to come up with some ideas. We could maybe play chess or something and just sit and meet on a Saturday and just sit and play chess and just see how boring you can actually push it and see if it actually has any effect on interest and just start trying to sabotage ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing that I've just had in my head after you spoke when you said about Mersh having an authority, I think he came from radio, so he's done the transition from like that to the podcasting. And although he's not as old as Brennan, he's a bit younger, I think he still sort of like speaks because he's like trying to bridge that gap. And it's like, look, I came from the radio. I understand it's different, but you can still embrace some of it without being fucking what's his face with all this AI music with the big tits. And do you know what I mean? You don't have to go full hog and it just be like and just clowny and completely silly.
Yeah.
But also you don't just have to be like, hello, it's the radio and it's just me in one room. I mean, you can be like that if you want. I prefer, I like that approach, but I don't know if Mersh is just sort of like not necessarily telling him what to do, but just being like, look, man, it's a lot easier than you think to do, and then Brennan's just maybe set in his ways or doesn't want someone younger than him telling him how to do a job that he's done for a long
All the
time. And
above.
yeah, I can see both, but yeah.
Yeah. I get it. And I shouldn't be upset or angry about anything, but that's how I live my life. That's how I've always lived my life. It's everything's a competition, really. And it should be. And I'm not even fucking monetized in over a year. And that, like, I get it. I came out of nowhere, basically. I haven't done Saturday Night Live or the Lettermans or haven't been on Howard Stern show and all this stuff. But generally when I set my mind to something, I get it. Like, so I was like, I remember telling my buddy, I had a friend over like a year ago or so, even before I even started doing the show again. And I said, you know what, I'll bring back the show, and I bet you I'll get on a bunch of these shows just by bringing back my show and just doing my thing. And I won't even really go out of my way to try to do it. And he was like, yeah, I know. Like, cause he knows what he's like, yeah, I get it. He's like, yeah, you could do that. It's, these aren't like, I'm not going, oh, I'm going to go play in the NBA or something. It's not like one of these crazy things to try to do, but it is still something, because there's people out here that are doing that, just trying to get involved. And, yeah, listen, bro, I don't know what to tell everybody. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just saying, if Mersh can do it, Dr. Huge can do it, right? So Mersh, you need to come on here. You know about wrestling. I talk about wrestling. You're in the Dabbleverse. I'm around the Dabbleverse. Like, do you have to really be worried about me? What am I gonna do to you? And like
I even said that it's like, yeah, man, we'll just like have a laugh and talk about wrestling and shit. It's like
it's just,
we don't even have to bother with politics. If because he does politics 5 days a week and he's probably sick of it, and he's just like, yeah, man, I just somewhere to hang and have a laugh. And it's like, cool, that is exactly what we have on offer. And it's the main point of it is wrestling, but it's not strictly wrestling,
right?
So I don't know, yeah.
And like Oliver says, you don't have enough, if any, negative qualities to be successful in the dab. And that's true, yeah. And I knew that. I remember having Dave Sarah on here and being like, I'm just not wacky enough. Nobody gives a fuck.
You need to turn a personality disorder up to at least 8. At least 8. Get that disorder really
upset with me.
grating. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think if I could be one of the greatest second, third mics of all time if given the chance, because I'm quick with topics that are being like ongoing. Like if anybody's bringing them up, doing it here and doing everything all at the same time, hurts that capability somewhat. But I think if these guys, like honestly, Kevin Brennan, if he woke up and he noticed, oh my God, this Dr. Huge guy, if I brought him on here, he can give us some funnies and he'll laugh at my jokes because he understands what I'm doing. That would probably be a smart thing to do. You understand? And sure, he's got a big super chatted show and all this stuff. I don't even want any money on top of it all. I wouldn't be one of these guys going on there. Can I come on MLC today so I can get $50 or whatever? I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it for the love of the game again, because I can do it, and okay, I'm not a weirdo. Good, right? That should be a good thing for some of these people, but I guess, they want whack packers, and I am not wacky enough. Being into wrestling as a grown man is just not wacky enough these days. There's plenty of those.
No. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, you see like grown men dressed as like Lilo or Stitch, whichever the alien is, at Disney and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, just being a fan of wrestling is not as sort of like weird as it used to be.
Yeah. And Karmic is great, but honestly, for me, again, he's so performative that I can't get into it. I'm not buying it. He even told me himself, he's like, give my show a chance, man. Like, it's not what you think it is. It is what I think it is. You're not real. That's not a real thing that's happening. This is a whole persona you're putting on. Honestly, Dr. Huge is it's me amped up a little bit to talk about this. What Karmix is doing that is so not my style with the AI music and the fake titties and the this and that. I get how it's goofy and it can be fun and stuff, and I'm not hating on the guy. It's not like I would never watch it and I would never report on it. I've made memes of him and stuff like that. He's fun. It's fun to have people like that around. Sure, it's fun to have me around. Okay. You know what I've done for WWE and pro wrestling in general the past like 10 years? I've done big things for them. They know it. They knew it enough to at least have Triple H watch a bunch of my episodes and shit like that. And did you hear, Danny? They have a whole WWE radio station coming out on Sirius now.
Oh, right. No, I didn't know that.
I'm right here.
Right.
And I get it. There's a million wrestling shows, but there's none like this. There aren't any like this that are really, street level, but then still talk to celebrities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad they've done the radio thing. 'Cause, I mean, what I've been thinking is the reason why I couldn't watch wrestling for like the last year or plus is just that there's not enough content out there to like keep up with. So what we need is just even more fucking stuff of Cody Rhodes coming and going blah 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 blah. SummerSlam this Sunday, blah 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 blah. Fucking hot wings from somewhere else, blah blah blah. Life insurance, and we need even more of it. Just let's give them their own TV station, like a proper old school TV network as well. Now, let's have even more. They're fucking nuts. They're just it's silly.
Yep.
I don't know what else I can say. It's just, you know what I mean? Just every time we check back in with wrestling, it's just like, oh yeah, they want more. They're just doing more, and there's just more feeds that you have to absorb more.
Yeah.
And it's just no, I really fucking don't.
Yep, time's moving faster. I can't keep up with all this stuff. But like Oliver says, you could start the Dr. Huge Show network. TDHSN, yeah. It would be a huge success, especially if you could convince Ava to stream on it exclusively. That's what I need. If only I could sign Ava to the network, then we will totally be over. And of course, he is performative. But you think the pain is real? I don't know. The pain is weird.
I do, Olive. I do. Yeah. It's that care home. It's that care home thing, and he just wants everyone in the room to fucking pay him attention instead of paying the other person attention that's licking the window or chewing the hand or whatever. He's like, look, I made some music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look at my leather jacket. Look at I'm crying. I'm crying now. Do I have to cry? That's what I have to be like, I got to do coke, or I got to cry, or, I got to get beat up at a bar and claim it was Kumi's country. I have to, like, these are the levels of the works and the fucking stoogery that I got to do this stuff to get involved. I can't be funny. I can crack some jokes and hang out. Because honestly, I'm not trying to shit on Bob Levy or any of these people in the Dabbleverse again or whatever. But like a lot of the times, these guys go on shows, they don't say fucking anything. They don't do anything. But it's like there's some sort of they're just out here. Again, it's a community. Because I don't think these people aren't picked for their talents. They're picked for their weirdness. I guess I gotta step my weird game up here. I'll figure it out.
Also, another expert.
Well, I guess sometimes some of the guests are actually audience members on screen that aren't going to say anything other than, "Oh yeah, very good," and just parrot the exact same thing.
Lady KB fucking ditched me on a show. She was supposed to come on with me one day to do some dabbling, and she go, "Oh, I forgot." I forgot I'm doing a show with some fucking Australian losers tonight instead. And I'm like, what? You were going to tell me when, right? It's like one of those things. And she's a chatter. And she's a lady who's not funny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, Lady KB. You're okay, but, you know, most ladies aren't funny. I get that you like being in this, in that space or whatever. But holy shit. You know what I mean? She'll crack some jokes. People like you because you're easy to look at. It ain't because of the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
These guys are such losers. I run out of energy sometimes.
Or obviously he doesn't want kindly reminding Mr. Brennan that if he were to not use super chats and instead use super tip, or obviously he doesn't want to use super tip. He doesn't like Melton. I get it. They have dabble tip now, which is flimsy.
Right.
And if you need to go, Danny, at any time, I'm probably going to go extra long today. Because again, I'm gearing up to do some daily shows. If I want to make if I want to make this channel into something, apparently I have to work at it. I used to do that before, you know, but
a bit harder to get noticed because there's so many doing a similar thing, not necessarily the same program, but trying to attain the same thing.
Bro, I cannot explain to you enough how almost easy it was in 2016 when I started getting around. I started getting into the podcasting and the streaming, and again, within 10 episodes, I already had DDP on, and James Ellsworth is on like a Monday Night Raw. Remember, he took on Braun Strowman.
Oh,
the first thing I thought was, this guy's a star. Look at him; he looks ridiculous. Everybody's popping for him. So I sent him a message like in the middle of the night after that Raw. He got right back to me. We did a podcast later that week.
Nice.
Like, that's how things used to work around here. Now I can't get a hold of Lady KB. You know what I'm saying? You weren't on Monday Night Raw. What the fuck? What's going on? Why are we just being drowned out by all the noise out here? No, are they not showing my my channel to anybody? Apparently, I think that's the case. So I'm gonna have to do lives every day. I gotta post 1 million fucking promo edits and shorts. I'll do it. I can do it. I'll do it. So I hope you're sticking around, Danny, for a while, because you know, when I start getting there, this is gonna be a rocket ship, and we'll be on WWE radio in no time.
But yeah, I've said before, you know, you are not to brown nose, but you are a very hardworking bloke, what you do, and you don't just do the podcasting. But there are a lot of other people who are also trying to reach the same goal. And now, 10 years later, WWE has all their little podcast and radio sort of like favorites who they know who they're going to send their guys to because they'll get a favorable review and things like this. And they don't think that they need smaller DIY sort of setups. They do, and they'll sort of like they'll start to need them again in time. But for now, they're happy with sort of like they're very corporate, very safe, tried and tested. Yeah, Pat McAfee, your favorite.
Oh, that Undertaker podcast. These guys are terrible.
Michelle McCool podcast and husband. Thank you very much.
They all took their toys and put them on the front. Here's a funny story. Ariel Helwani won his like fourth. I wonder if this is even a true story, but it sounds true. He supposedly won like his 14th media award from this certain company or whatever in a row. Like his 14th award in a row. He does the same thing I do, except it's not funny. And he's surrounded by his toys, right? And he gets the Seth Rollins on. He does the fucking Kay Adams deal. Well, what's this guy's story? Oh, I just got into this because I was a part of the UFC, and the UFC is bought by TKO, and now they bought WWE. So now I talk about WWE too, guys, right? Fuck you.
Right, dabble tip, and everyone's gonna love to use dabble tip. Again, I'm already winning. And again, another thing is I don't want to do a show like everybody else's show. I don't want my show to look like Tukey's show or a Clubfooted Carl show or any of these other shitty shows that use dabble tips, Melton show or who am I forgetting? The Shitwayer. I don't want my show to look like that. You fucking losers. Should I also homeschool my kids? Should I also hire a child pornographer?
Yes.
To run?
Is that what I need to do too, Danny? I'm thinking about it.
Maybe.
It could get the word out there in the internet. You know, these guys are very busy on Discords and things, so maybe they could get the word out because I'm never on Discord. I would never use. Oh my God, I'm a grown ass man. If you find me on Discord, you better believe I'm fucking playing a video game, and I'm talking.
Yeah, I was gonna.
You know,
I was gonna say if I'm ever playing Final Fantasy 11 with some friends, that doesn't have built-in chat, so we use Discord, and that's like the only thing I think. Yeah.
No, these guys, they go on Discord and they're like gossiping and they're fucking sharing things, and it's like, yeah, okay. Oliver says nothing KB is saying here has anything to do with dabble tips. It really doesn't. Yeah, he's now we figured that out. He's shitting on all his clowns and losers, right?
On my network? I mean, should I also be best friends with Danny Masterson? Oh, these fucking losers.
Danny Masterson is the Scientologist that was graping people, right? That was on the 70s show.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Flimsy outsmarted me once again. He took a 3-year-old plan that Melton tried to stick it to me with from 2023, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to try it now too, to get Brennan to use flimsy tips." Okay, let's see how it plays out.
Greenberg's system use super tip, or obviously he doesn't want to use super tip. He doesn't like Melton. I get it. They have dabble tip now, which is Flimsy Greenberg's system that he's building. So he could even go to dabble tip, keep more.
Follow me back, Flimsy. What the fuck's your problem?
Of his money.
Right. If everything stayed the same, but it won't. Just like when I go to Rumble, everything doesn't stay the same. But again, these guys are all experts. This is a guy who.
Uh-oh. Now everybody knows I don't pay for YouTube like a Carl.
3 seconds. And when this was all happening, I didn't even know who Ethan Ralph was. But then when you see Ethan Ralph, you say, well, this is Ethan Ralph's sloppy seconds, and I'm going to let her live with me?
So he's coming off he's angry right now. So he's going to where he's hitting below the belt, right? All Mersh is doing is trying to explain that you could make more money. You don't have to get that angry about it. But again, I understand, Kevin. When you go at people like a Kevin Brennan or myself, we tend to get a little sensitive, you know?
Mersh has been a bit sort of like, come on, it's easy to do, and that lot. It's not like he's been completely neutral. Here's this guidebook I'm writing for this older gentleman. I think he is maybe sort of like, because it's easy. It was easy for him to get his head around. He's sort of like making out like it should be easy for everybody, and Brennan's maybe just feeling a bit sore about that.
And I'm gonna go, yeah, he's a good decision maker. It's just beyond. You know what, Flimsy, you should have a dabbler loser of the week. And I think this week it's got to be.
I would lose every week. So that's why, just put me on the dashboard for that reason only. I can take any publicity I can get, apparently. So let's do it. Why? Is it because my skin?
Pat Dixon. Carlos Pat Dixon. It's got to be. It's got to be. Come on.
You can't have a guy that subscribes to me called Bacon Bits on your dashboard, and you don't have me on the dashboard. That doesn't even make sense. You understand, guys? Because he's a Shuli super fan, but you can't have me on there.
Just do that. That'd be fun. No one's ever done that, loser of the week. They've already counted my money.
I did that when I first came around. Me and the Sleeves, when we started the show many years ago, we called it what do we call it? Douchebag of the week. It wasn't loser of the week. It was douchebag of the week, and it ran for a few months. You know, it got old. So we tried it, Kevin.
Or the same person. It ends up being the same person
every week. Yeah.
Vince McMahon again.
Vince, where are you at? There he is. Thank you for dapping me up again.
Melton did in 2023.
And have more, the best part of it is obviously
the best part of waking up is Folgers. Is that how it goes?
The fact that Kevin Brennan reads like a first grader with a stutter.
Yeah, that's part of the charm. I mean, I don't have a lazy eye.
I literally say that about people that talk about my promo edits. And they'll be like, yeah, but this looks like old. I'm like, that's a part of the charm of it.
Yeah.
I'm using Vegas 14. I mean, come on, bro. Like, that's from like a million years ago. So, yeah, when I crop things out, it's not going to look right. And I don't give a fuck. I think it's funny. How about that? So, the same
in a couple of minutes. Back
Huh?
in a couple.
Okay. So, Kevin Brennan here, he says things and reads the way he does, like a slow adult, and it's got some character to it. It's funny.
But yeah, reading 400 super chats sometimes can get a little tedious. But again, I don't want my show to be like all the other loser shows. Let's see what happens, Flimsy. Let's see what happens. I remember when I was at Compound Media, and when I left there, people were like, you made a stupid decision. Compound Media is where it's at. They're going to go on tour. Remember Aaron?
Yeah, he was right about that too. He was. So, come on, everybody. I get that he does come off a certain way and very could be obnoxious with the voice and stuff, but he's got a grasp on things, okay?
Aaron Berg would be on Twitter. People are like, you guys going to come to Colorado? And he goes, soon. What happened, Aaron Berg? What happened to Compound Media, Keisha Comp? So they're like, you gotta be on this team. That's a winning team. You gotta use the Dabble Tip team.
He's dyslexic. I don't know what it is. Kevin cannot read super chats out loud. So this is a big win for him. And he gets to keep way more of his money.
Right. If people use it. Again, I know my fans pretty good. They've been pretty generous.
He does have very generous boomer fans, and you think that they want to turn around and send $100 through Dabble Tips? They're like, what's that? What's a QR code? What's a cell phone? Right, Danny? They don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't know any of those things either.
Listen, I'm trying to help boomers out with their emails and their DMs and their fucking just basic, like, where's my camera? All the time. So come on. You're going to get the fans to do that. Right.
I know what a QR code is. I ain't fucking scanning shit. Do you know what I mean? So it's not even just people that are like, what's that thing? It's like, I'm not giving people my phone information.
Exactly. Doesn't it feel like if you just use it, that like your phone is going to be hacked?
Mm.
Like the way it's set up, it's like, oh, just take a picture of this weird squiggly line things and then in boxes. And like with menus, they do that with all the time with restaurants around here. Oh, we don't have menus. Just hit the QR code. Now, you know what I go, fuck no. Give me a menu. Tell me.
I would say if you don't give me a menu, I'm gonna find somewhere else to eat. Thank you. I'm not fucking around with a QR code on my phone just for that. Yeah, I don't want apps on my phone for like the bakery or coffee houses. I'll have a stamp card. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I ain't putting fucking apps and stuff on, and I'm not messing around with QR codes, and that's not because I don't understand what they are. It's because I do understand what they are. And no, you're not necessarily going to get hacked straight away. But if we just make it as normal as it has been or worse, then statistically, just like one of those 30 QR codes you scan each day will just fuck you up. So
Never know. I seen that Black Mirror episode where the guy used the QR code and he started the whole fucking what do they call it when the AI reaches the pinnacle? The what do they call that, Danny? When AI gets so smart,
it's omnipotent.
It's not the simulation. It reaches the peak where come on, somebody, you got to know. I'm. What is it? I got to look it up. I can't believe I got to look it up. AI pinnacle term. It's the something.
Is it a new word, or just do they use something like Zenith or something old and
It's
fancy?
when it like realizes itself and it becomes the AI. I don't even know how to search for it because it's just a term. AI term for. Everybody can just wait like all these Dabbleverse shows. Who cares, right?
Let me get my cauliflower sock puppet out. Hang on. Hello.
They call it the something. The
Pinnacle, the peak,
when it reaches the
Skynet.
It's basically like that,
It reaches level 3 Skynet.
Like the curve goes up where it's up isn't even close to realizing what it's doing. It reaches whatever. Oh my god. I would say I should probably end this now, but I'm probably going to go like 3 more hours.
I was going to say, man, I'm like, what is it here? It's like 20 to 11 here, so I'm not going to be much help with like remembering words if you can't remember them.
Oh, let's listen to Mersh and KB some more. We'll riff on this for another few.
And pretty loyal, pretty faithful. And maybe they don't want to do gay QR codes. Maybe they don't like flimsy. I know they don't like Melton. So would my money go up? I don't know. Is it worth doing it to look like I'm doing a show with a pedophile? Like the Pedophile Network? No. Or Tukey? Tukey with another guy who might be a guy behind the scenes, loves kids? That's
what? There's more. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know if you heard last week's show, but I kind of got into why I didn't want to get too deep into the Dabbleverse because, again, I'm a guy where if there's smoke around, I'm like, where's the fire? There's a fire somewhere. So if one guy gets locked up for this type of stuff in groups of these guys that are on Discords and these communities, right? Because I don't got no community. I got some peoples, but some of their community members are creeps. And then you got more people with puppets and they're like got the cartoonish filters and they speak effeminately and they're from the same cities where other people are being picked up for that all the time. To me, that's just like alarms everywhere for Dr. Huge. That's why I'm glad that I've been recognized as a normal human being, like doing the radio biz and not like a mentally ill person who's online that's going to be used for fodder. You know what I'm saying, Danny? Like it's cool. That's cool. But it would also be nice to be recognized for, maybe doing something good and not just being used to make people feel better because I'm such a fucking idiot. So I don't know. I'm just I'm very aware of this situation that's going on. That's why when Brennan brings it up, I laugh. It's funny to me how he talks about it so openly, because that's what it is, right? They act like that's not what it is and we should ignore it and all this stuff. That's not how I roll. That's not how this guy rolls, apparently. So if he's worried about these things, I think the rest of us should be too, because he is old. He has been around. He gets it a little bit.
But people are speculating that this JT has a wandering eye for children. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying. And again, does Tukey make a lot of money? He can't even pay his producer. Does Bob make any money? He can't even pay his producer. What?
That isn't going to YouTube. B, he also doesn't have to well, I already said that. Basically, he doesn't have to give away his money, but he also doesn't have to read anymore, Kevin.
Yeah, people like that. People like the way I read. Just like they like when Mike Boschetti reads.
Beautiful. Not only will you not have to read the super
Again, Boschetti, another guy who, he talks funny, looks funny. That's what they want. That's what they like. They tell him, they give him a bunch of yo mama jokes, basically, and he fires back at him, and it accrues a lot of money for the MLC podcast and super chats, because it's like, your mother this, your mother that, you're like this, you're like that. And then Bochetti's like, oh, I can't make it on today, and I can't make it on. I don't know how to use computers and stuff. And it's like, oh, I got it. He's having the same problem I have, which is kind of funny. Brennan can't get any guests.
Right.
And then when he does, it's like, it's complete maniacs generally. But I don't understand why is he against having funny people on? Like, he can't, if they're funny, they're not funny, haha. Right? They're funny, they're funny weird.
It's excuse me, it's drama. That's what he's got on now. Whenever you've shown clips of him, I think it's just been like I say, stirring the pot. It's been like, oh, that guy said this about you. Go.
Yeah, right. Fuck,
and he'll just let them do all the stuff.
I'm just starting to realize more every day that passes that like that's the only way forward to do this, is to do the drama stream horseshit, right? The works and the fighting, and I'm just not much of a fighter. I don't care that much, but the people love it.
Yeah. I mean, if you come over here and start something, I might be like, oh, you piss off and go back over there, but I'm not going to come all the way over there to you to start something.
and then fight with my regular guests about what, like, that's not why I have you.
Yeah,
here.
I know it's...
I wouldn't fight with you guys. I could, I guess, but like I would need to also find mentally ill people to fight with, and then have them on, and then I'd be like Brennan and not have anybody on all over again, because these mentally ill people didn't even know how to use a computer. So I don't know. We'll figure it out over here. I got to get a game plan going. We're fighting with somebody though. That apparently that's the key. So Mersh.
I mean, it won't take much if you need me to convince someone that I'm mentally deranged. That's fine. Right. I'll do that one.
Might have to fight with Mersh. I might have to start. I'll fight with Kevin Brennan. Like if he's not going to have me on in like the next month, when I'm putting it out there into the universe, and he doesn't even notice and doesn't understand, we're going to start fighting.
Chats. We won't have to listen to you read super chats. He reads every super chat twice. Like one time is like a test read, and then he fades.
Yeah, because I want to make sure I got it all right. Again, people aren't complaining. The super chatters aren't complaining.
Whoa, what's this?
Is that your phone?
No, what is this? I fast forwarded just in case. I was about to be porn bombed through a clip. because this was weird. This is a Dirty Jersey clip. It says up here, but then it's a Stalin 19 clip down here. What?
Yeah, that is strange. Yeah, he went to like his phone message, didn't it? That was.
Yeah, whoever
I
is.
thought that was. I thought you pressed the button by accident.
DJR, you got to get it together.
I've got bail now, man. Sorry
right,
to
man.
just abruptly. Thank you very much for having me. Take care, everybody. See you next time.
Thanks for coming on,
Appreciate
Danny.
it.
Go follow Danny everywhere in the interwebs, everybody.
Everything's up there. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And we are going to continue to watch Dabbleverse. I do have more wrestling notes. I got all kinds of stuff coming up. You just watch.
Like the pedophile network? No. Or Tukey? Tukey with another guy who might be a guy behind the scenes, loves kids? That's what people are speculating. That this JT has a wandering eye for children. That's what people are saying.
Didn't we already do this?
That's what people are saying. And again, does Tukey make a lot of money? He can't even pay his producer.
Yeah, we did this.
Mountain's got all the answers.
He's out halfway through and then he starts again from the beginning.
He's very wet, if you've noticed, in his speaking tone.
What? To go camping?
People have been busting his chops, reminding him how much money he's losing, reminding him. And
I'm losing money. It's based on a failed theory that if I use super tips, I would make the same amount in super tips as I do in super chats.
All right,
which
let's
is just
move.
not
Let's
the case.
get it on to a different topic here, if we can.
What about the Ralph and Ice Dancer thing? That's kind of more interesting. Why don't you talk about that?
Really just naturally ran its course. And I think that we're now at this point where, Scarlett and Ralph just eating our Ralph and Scarlett. Oh, they feel want to get honest with you.
I already won.
You won.
I know people want me to use the dabble tip leaderboard. I don't have to. I already won.
You won.
I don't care. I don't care what it does.
I love Kevin Brennan.
Oh,
I've said this before, and I stand by it. Does
not more than me.
Part of me hate Kevin Brennan? Yes.
Oh, which part? Show me. Which part?
Kevin Brennan is a contemptible, miserable man. He is. But he is funny.
Oh.
He does still say some of the funniest shit that I have ever heard people say. He is still quick, and he still redeems himself by being funny. That being said, he is just so unhappy. I mean, we all have good days and bad days.
No, we don't. Not all of us. Wait, who are you speaking for? Speak for yourself, Mersh. We don't all have good days and bad days. Some of us have bad days and bad days.
Right? Like, I mean, I've got days where I'm kind of depressed, and then I have days where I'm feeling great. But they all balance out in the end. But Kevin just...
No, they don't. Speak for yourself. They balance out. Huh? Kevin's good day is payday. When he gets his $1 million check from YouTube, when he hits it big at the fucking end of the month or whatever, whenever that comes in. I wouldn't know nothing about that because I can't get monetized on YouTube for shit. Because I need subscribers and I need watch hours and I need likes, or else my kids won't be alive much longer. They look damn near like Ethiopian children at this moment. So Mersh has good days and bad days, right? Well, Brennan has mostly bad days and a good day here and there, where you can see where he's smiling on the screen, on the big screen here. And he's got the 2 million dong or whatever coming in from the Vietnamese or Cambodian currency or whatever from the trolls online. Like, that perks him up, right? I'm also like this, Kevin Brennan, but I don't got 2,000 million dongs coming in, right, Mersh? So you may have good days, Brennan may have good days, but people in general do not have good days. And to that I say, good day, sir. I said good day.
Never seems happy. For a man who has a wife that he supposedly loves, and for a guy who has children, these are supposed to be the things that fulfill you later in life. I've never seen a more like, I do genuinely believe that Kevin Brennan is, I'm trying to think, besides, I would say maybe Karmic, because Karmic's going through.
He's not Karmic, bro. What are we talking about here? Yes. This is this guy watching this guy. Watch this guy who's watching himself as well. Something like that. We're doing it, Rib Shot. We're killing it. I'm going extra long today. Look, we're at what? We're almost on 3 hours. Let's fucking go.
It right now. No, Karmic's not even as miserable as Kevin. Because even Karmic has his good days where he's doing karaoke and he's balling.
All right, yeah, come on, wrap it up.
Got his music and he's pumped. Kevin doesn't really have any days like that. Kevin's just miserable every fucking day.
He's worried about you,
How is
Brennan.
that winning? Frozen.
I don't know, but it is. According to Playboard, it is. Mersh, I'm sorry I don't have a cross-eyed girlfriend. That was Ethan Ralph Reject. Maybe that would cheer me up. Maybe if I had a lazy eye and I lived in a shitty part of Florida, that would cheer me up.
So to be fair, a lot of us are bipolar, so the highs and lows are very erratic. Yeah, I get it, Frozen, but at least there's highs.
When we started, I don't know what he's talking about again. At least there's high. Who? For who? For you? Certainly not Brennan. You know, I can't even afford one of these fancy Tonka trucks that they're showing on screen.
Got too tedious. Hello.
Oh no, not this now. Now we got fucking blind Mike, a guy that might not even be blind. He might be blind like Stevie Wonder's blind. The lady Kmart. I mean, look at him already. Sassy as fuck. Silent Bob over here. Dixon with the fucking people's eyebrow 24/7. He's supposedly a comedian. He never says anything funny. Just sticks that eyebrow up. I side with Kevin against all these people, against all these demons.
Hey, I'm calling for a couple of reasons. One.
Oh, and this is Chad Zumach now, who we were talking about earlier, who's doing the comedy special that many people think is a grift, which is the biggest storyline in the Dabbleverse right now. He's giving us an update on what's going down.
I bought my car outright earlier this year. Second up, my GoFundMe is 100% on the up and up. They're losing their minds. Daniel Tosh, Nikki Glazer, both. I asked them both to donate. They both donated $500 through Zelle. And I'm returning to podcasting next week.
Wait, how did you contact Nikki Glazer?
I texted her.
And she texted you back?
She always texts me back. I've known her for 23 years. Like, she's I stayed in comedy condos.
You like the breathing, like on the Stone Cold podcast? That's how Brennan does.
But there we go back a long way.
So you said, "Give me. I'm doing a GoFundMe from my special, and I need money."
I texted her the GoFundMe, and I said, "I'm raising money for a special."
See, this doesn't make him happy either, because he's like, "You're getting money from your famous comedian friends. That should be my money. I'm the one that brought you into this world, right?" Tell him that, Brennan. Hopefully he does.
If you can contribute or share it, that'd be great. She goes, "How much do you need?" And I told her Daniel Tosh sent me $500, so she zelled me $500.
And did you You asked Daniel Tosh. You texted him.
I emailed him, and I have been emailing because he's a big Miami Heat fan, and he's trolling me with LeBron. And I said, "Hey, man, can you donate to my GoFundMe?"
Oof. Imagine, first of all, you got to GoFundMe for your comedy special, which that's not what it's for. I'm pretty sure there's other sites out there, and this has been covered on many other shows that he should have used to gather the money for a project. But no, he went with GoFundMe. He hit the goal, and he's going to keep the goal going. So, hey, man, again, I'm not a hater. I don't think that he shouldn't be getting the money. He shouldn't be doing a special. Everybody should be trying to do what they're trying to do out here. It's just the way he's doing it. You understand? Very, very grifty. And he's relying on 20-year-old connections through, the come up through comedy. Because you guys know how it is, right? And if you don't know, I'll let you know right now. Like, Everybody Loves Raymond, right? That motherfucker. That Raymond guy that was on that show, he could be homeless right now if he didn't meet a certain person here or there to then get him a gig to have a sitcom. That's how it is in comedy. There are haves and have-nots, very much so, where certain people just get over for whatever reason, and they get sitcoms and they get the millions of dollars. And they may be just as good a comic as somebody that's opening shows on the road, everywhere. It's very weird who gets picked and who doesn't. It's not necessarily the best of the best, but you know how this is. Like, all sitcoms are basically run by a stand-up comedian, at least in the olden days, where they were the focal point of the show because they're the ones that. Even Kevin Brennan, they tried to give him a fucking sitcom called Number One Son because he had all these brothers and sisters and everything. Go watch it. Go watch some of these episodes. I get it. He's got like this dry humor thing going. It does not relate to sitcoms, though. You got to be wacky. You got to have some Kramers. You got to have some funny business going down. You can't be this negative. When you're doing a happy-go-lucky primetime sitcom.
He goes, no. And I go, well, can you just contribute some way? He goes, what do you want? And I said $500, and he did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's legit,
what a
man.
story.
Like, Google me and Nikki Glaser. We've known each other for 23 years. It's not like it's...
The name dropping. Nikki Glaser, Jim Florentine, Godfrey, I know them all.
Some weird thing. Like, I'm best friends with Swartzen and all
He's
these
doing
guys,
it. Nick Swartzen. Who else? He was in Grandma's Boy, right?
So far-fetched that I'm not friends with these people. Like,
I'm not saying it's far-fetched. I'm just saying when I see the names on your GoFundMe, I'm like, all right. So again, I don't. Okay, we live in a modern world of internet and screenshots and a lot of fake shit. So I don't know what's what. I only know if I don't know it's true, then I don't know it's true. So I don't. That's why I'm asking you how you talking to Nikki Glaser. She's pretty busy, probably. And I know you know Daniel Tosh, but I mean, you saying that they gave you money is not the same as. And that's really all that matters.
Yeah, and I said from day one, I'm keeping every donation, whether it's PayPal or Zelle, it'll go to the GoFundMe. And Nikki, to this day, will text me back within 5 minutes. Like, I've known her forever. It's not like
I love the
crazy
breathing.
thing.
People are asking me, not on the show, but privately, why does the GoFundMe keep getting higher? I mean, why does the goal keep getting higher?
Why, Chad?
Why not? They keep donating, and it's driving everyone crazy. So why not? Every dollar's going to it.
Yeah, but instead of doing it like you keep inching it up, why don't you just make the goal like 20,000, or why don't you just make the goal whatever the pedophile network goal was when they did the Stuttering John one?
Well, the bare bones was $8,300, but I have a plan for $15,000. And if I could hit that, great, but I could do it under $15,000 easily. But I'd rather do it for like the best production cost at $15,000.
Have you reached out to Ron Bennington?
He's going through some shit, but I did text Shane Gillis.
And you didn't hear back?
I did not hear back from Shane Gillis. I'm not really good friends with him, so.
Did you ask him did you congratulate him or you asked him for money or both?
Both. Congratulations.
That's hilarious, honestly, though. So Chad's literally going around to all his comedian friends. This has the feeling to me like he's really he's cashing in every fucking chip he has right now, and he's going all in. And if this is legitimate, like, I'm really backing him. If he is really going to pick up a pen, write some fucking jokes like Dr. Huge does, and has a notebook and literally 100 other notebooks full to the brim, and he's doing the pen picking up, I'm all for this. But if he does not deliver, and I get it, people are expecting him not to, people are expecting him to, I'm falling right in the middle. I don't care either way. But if he doesn't deliver on this, I will believe that he's a piece of shit for life, brother. And it will never, ever make me think any different. This is it. This is a big, big angle for Chad as far as I go, because I am rocking with him right now because I'm not a fan of Carl or Shuley or Melton or the Potato or the people that go after Chad. Maybe even in some cases rightfully so. But I would rather him win, as silly as he is, because he's harmless in a way. He's harmless in the way where we know what he's doing, right? But if he actually does this mainly for himself and does the special, has good jokes, and he had a few knee slappers yesterday on MLC, first time I've ever seen it. So I'm all about people not boring me to death. So if that's what he's doing, and it seems to be the case as far as everybody else being on his case for, or is he going to do this? He's not doing right by this. This is the only thing that's really going on in the Dabbleverse. You want me to talk about Nerdotic and fucking Chrissy Mayer? Like, that's the most boring shit on the internet. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're canceled, Chrissy. Nobody cares if you're on Friday Night Tights. I hate that I even know that show exists. Who needs that show? Nobody. Nerds. And Tabby says, his notebook is empty. We all saw. Really? If that's true, that's crazy to me. I mean, you know what? Hold on. Just wait right here for a minute. I'm gonna go grab something. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. You just wait. I got things. Look at this. Yes, give me the big screen. Where's my producer, right? Come on, producer, give me the big screen. I don't know why this is going so slow. Maybe because I'm doing 8 hours today like Melton and the boys. First time ever. Let me get a fan on this computer. But watch this. Get off my screen. One, two, all full. All full. 2, 3. Look. Full. I'm even writing on the fucking middle parts. There's another one. Uh-oh, this one's stuck. This one says Revengelist on it. Whole revenge list. Look at another one. Another one. Look at this. All full. Look at this. That doesn't end there. There's more. But wait, there's more. Hold on. I gotta move things around. Some of these drawers. We had some more in here. There's another one. Where's the other ones? Oh, here's another one. Oh, look at this. You got another one. These aren't small either. Another revenge list. Look at that. Look. Look, another one. Doesn't even have a cover to it. Another one. What else we got? I know I got more somewhere. Those are the ones I got on me. Amazing stuff. This is why we're goated. Oh, look. Here's another one. Another one right here. We're the best in the world. So I know something about picking up a pen, okay? I kind of know I know a little bit about that. You understand? And then of course we got our latest. This is almost done. Okay, we got the green one almost done. Got 2 more pages left. So I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing great. I don't know about Chad, but when I say I'm about shit and I'm doing shit, it's legit. I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. Chad is not harmless, though. I've heard. I guess I am. I'm the harmless one, technically. Chad's harmless to me because he's just, you know, he looks at Dr. Huge as somebody that's beneath him, right? And I don't get views, and I don't know this, and I don't know Jim Florentine and shit like that. But again, okay. So take your numbers, turn them sideways, and shove them up your candy ass. Okay. Thank you. They zoomed in on his notebook and it was completely blank and fresh. Yeah, that's obnoxious to people like myself who try. I actually try, believe it or not. I know I shouldn't try. Why do I try? Yep. We got to all root for people that know other people instead of Dr. Huge. Oh, I had a message over here. Hold on. Oh, that was from Danny a million years ago. And he knows I don't read my stream messages. Mm-hmm. Looking like Joey's C show before a stack of Chat GPT docs printed out. No. I'm more like the villain in the movie Seven, you know. Bunch of little writing in a million notebooks, like a maniac. I write about all kinds of stupid shit. That's why it's like talking to Danny even about the comic book stuff and putting together a story. It's like I don't think he really understands. I'm writing out any idea I have, and then I'm gonna try to put it together like Lego blocks or something. But I get that most people don't do it like that. But if I don't get the ideas out, then I'm not going to remember anything. Some stupid idiot. Mm-hmm. Let's hear a little one-liner. Oh, my God. I wrote some down. That reminds me, I wrote some one-liners in my laptop over here. I wonder if they're still there. I put them in the notes. And, you know, since we're just hanging out and we're not giving a fuck anymore, let's look for this. Do I even have that? Where are the notes? If so, I got a bunch on tap here. No, that's not one. A lot of them I've just said during the show, like in passing. Like I just remember them after a while. Can I find notes? Notes. No, that's not how you do it. I don't know. We'll try it again another time. But I got some good ones. I had some good Crisley jokes. Remember the Crisleys? Those shows? They would come up like when I would go live at 7 o'clock back in the day in the Periscope days, and I'd be riffing on the Crisleys and yeah. Wow. So anyway, that was a lot of dabbling there we did this afternoon. I do have other notes here if anybody gives a shit. I might just take a break and come back later. Again, I got to do more night shows. You know, people in the afternoon, they don't want to hear me saying fucking shit and all this stuff. Like they want me to be professional, which I am, but I'm more professional for the late nights. So maybe we'll do that. Let's come back later on tonight, and we'll do more dabbling. Maybe we'll do some sniping out there. I mean, if these people aren't going to respect me enough to have me on their shows, I'll just snipe them. How about that? Friendly snipes, of course. What else we got? Whatnot. I could always do my Whatnot show. Selling comic books. Some people will care. Some people don't. I get it. But I do have plenty of other notes and things to go over. Other videos to go over. So maybe we'll pick this up. What are we, 6:15 about now? East Coast time. Come meet me in a few hours. Let's, we'll do it again. What do you say? The professional way, Paladin? Is that the way we should be doing it? You guys want a second show? Will you show up for me? That would be nice, right? We're doing it the professional way at all times. Look at all these notebooks. Look at the beverages. And I still got plenty more beverages for later if we need to do more. So I think we did it. Thank you to Danny for coming on today. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know where the Sleaze is. What happened to you, Sleaze? His Wi-Fi's all fucked and his I don't know. Hopefully he's all right. And it'll probably be easier for me to get dabble guests at night. They do not want to come on in the afternoon. I think they're sleeping all day or something. That's my guess. It's up to me. It is up to me, isn't it? All right. We'll see you in a few hours. How about that? We'll run it back again. We'll talk more. We'll watch. There'll be shows going on. I'll send out some links to some celebrities, and we'll see if anything hits. So thank you guys for stepping in today and hanging out in the chat. Respect to you all. Tabby will be around, possibly, but stopping when you. I mean, that's all I can ask for, right? Yep. No super chats needed. No super tips. No dabble tips. We don't even need that shit. We're gonna do it anyway. We're doing it. Let's go, everybody. Good game this afternoon, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we will talk to you later this evening. We're doing it. We'll see you at night. Dr. Huge at night. Bye. See ya.
a little bit of the bubbly.